Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. I'm one of your hosts this evening, Jason, along with my co-host, the one, the only Garden Guy, Bill. And our guest this evening is the one, the only, or our co-seller, or our other seller is the one, the only ENAMOR Amie. So, Amy, how are you doing?
I am good. I'm anxious. I think I have a goal this weekend to get my Christmas decorations out and up, hopefully.
I was going to ask if did you start moving stuff around? Do you have?
I'm gonna pull my bins in out of the cold and let them acclimate for a few days tomorrow for sure. Gotcha. But hopefully this weekend, yeah.
Well, I know you have to make sure everything's safe for the puppy. I think you're used to decorating with the kitty cats, but the puppy kind of changed the scope a little bit.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna do the tabletop aluminum tree this year. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Well, Bill, did you miss me? It's been 24 hours since we've seen each other last. Do you miss me?
It was just about 24 hours ago. Yeah. So let me just say that I'm excited about the fact that my display cases are coming this week.
Okay.
They're coming on Friday, so I have a lot in the house to move around and get organized. So all the ceramics that I grabbed when you and I were shopping will have a home.
Threw me down so you could grab them. That's what you mean to say, right?
Nobody in this sale right now believes that.
Are you going to film the cases once they're full? Are we going to get to see these cases?
Once they're full, definitely.
Okay. All right. But we'll get to see them this year, or are we going to have to wait for this?
We'll see. I'm on a tight schedule.
Bill, you're just a tease. So, and me, I hope to get some Christmas up this weekend. I started to do a little bit, but spoiler alert, there's still Easter on my mantle. So, I still didn't pack up the Easter stuff yet. So
you might as well just leave it out now, right?
Karen
have to get it out in like 4 months.
Anyway. Karen G said I should just put little Santa hats on all the bunnies. Maybe that if I could find some, maybe that's what I would do. Speaking of Karen G, she's going to be our official mod and bid ender tonight. Holly is at a party tonight, so I know Tina will be in the chat. Maybe Deanna will be around, but for the full sale, our official mod and bid ender is going to be the one, the only Karen G. So thank you so much, Karen. And before we get into our hellos, let me pull this up here. Gang, if you guys are free on this Friday, which is Friday the 15th, please, I'm going to show the promo while I explain it. Head on over to, where am I at? There we go. Hello. Hi. Head on over to Catherine Young's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, please. She has invited myself and Tina to be her guest hosts for her vintage holiday show and tell. So the list of participating shops will drop in the next few days. So if you guys are free on Friday around 8 p.m. Eastern, head on over to her channel. Maybe someone could be so kind as to drop a link in there or not. Head over to my channel. I will have links, and I'll have them also on my Instagram. And pour yourself something fun to drink, whether it be a cocktail, some eggnog, maybe, some hot chocolate. Get some good comfort food, snuggle up. And we're going to be bringing some of our favorite Christmas items, a little show and tell, and we're going to talk about it. And Amy's going to be one of the guests. Bill is going to be picking up some family at the airport, so he will not be able to participate in this one. But again, head on over on Friday, which is the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern, over to Catherine Young's channel, and we will be over there with a multitude of other channels doing some show and tell. So again, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be.
I can't wait to see what people are going to show, because if you guys didn't see the Halloween one, go back and watch the replay. Shiny Bright Doggo was on. They showed this awesome Halloween board game, and I was not expecting half the stuff that people showed for Halloween. So I can't wait to see what people bring out for Christmas.
I may try to dig out some of my hardest to find Holt Howard. I think that's what I might bring. I don't know, but we'll see. That's what I'm planning on bringing. Let's see how I can get into the catacombs and what I can pull out. So hopefully, I know one Holt Howard piece I'm going to share. I know we're going to do that. So hopefully everyone can join us this Friday. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a really, really good time. Well, let's say hello to some of our friends. The first person in the chat tonight is the lovely Terry. How are you, Terry? It's so good to see you. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys are getting your shopping done, getting your decorating done, getting ready for the big day. There's not many days left. So hello, Brian. It's so good to see you, our friend from the Northeast. It's always a pleasure, sir. Hope you are well. all the way from the Jersey Shore, our friend Pam. How are you, Pam? There's our friend Helen of the New England Thrifter. Guys, if you're not following her, please do yourself a favor. Make sure you're following our friend Helen. She has a really, really fun channel. She has sales throughout the week, and she'll also be one of the channels participating this Friday over on Catherine's channel. So she'll be with us as well. So we'll see you on Friday, Helen. There's our friend Dusty Moose. How are you, Dusty Moose? Hopefully you're doing well. There is the little avatar, our official mod and bid ender, the very lovely Karen G. Please familiarize yourself with that. Again, like I had said a few moments ago, she will be the one closing out all the bidding tonight with the bid end. So again, Karen, thank you as always. We could never thank you enough, so thank you. Hello, Donnie Girl. So good to see you, Donnie Girl. There's our friend Karen Kennedy. How are you, Karen? So good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Well, guys, I'm a-snapping and singing yo-ho-ho because this fella is playing some fun Christmas music over on his channel, and if you guys are not subscribed to him, you guys are missing out. This is Gavin, Mr. Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. He has a really fun YouTube channel. He plays music. He plays it on vinyl, plays it on a turntable, and it's a good time. Let him be your YouTube DJ, and you can just put him on in the background and go about your day and listen to some fun music. And Gavin, again, thank you so much for being so supportive of all of us and other channels, because they also showcase items that they purchase from some of us, and then they tag us in it. So again, thank you guys so much to Gillette's. We could never thank you enough. So there's our friend Don't You Know. How are you? So good to see you. You know I'm thinking cheese curds right now and how good they would taste at this moment. There's Metal Girl 1969. How are you? Hello, Pamela. It's good to see you. Hello, Camellia. Camelia's in the house. It's so good to see you, Camellia. There's our friend Tumbleweed. Hopefully you are good, Tumbleweed. It's always a pleasure to see you. There's our friend Aunt Kiki in the chat. So good to see you. The very lovely Mary Jo. It's always good to see you, Mary Jo. Hopefully you're well. Hello, Nikki. How are you? There's our friend William. Good to see you, William. Hopefully you're doing well down there in Texas. It's always a pleasure, sir. See who else is in here with us. Hello, everybody. Oh, there's Glowy Girl. How are you, Glowy Girl? Good to see you. There's our friend Mary, who's also a fellow reseller. She has a stand at Mother Tucker's, so good to see you, Mary. There's my mother in the chat. Always good to see you, Mom. I love you. Hopefully you're well. There is a Jersey girl, Steel Whisper. How are you, Steel? It's so good to see you. There's our friend Heather of Antiques Agenda. Hopefully y'all are following her. She has a really fun channel. She does a live sale on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and she also does a talk show right before our Monday night sale. So if you guys aren't watching that live and coming over to us, you can always watch it in the replay. So head on over to her channel and catch that on the replay. Very informative, a very fun show, and if y'all aren't watching it, you're missing out. So please make sure you check it out. How are you, Nikki? Good to see you. We have our friend Liz in the chat. How are you, Liz? Hopefully you're well. Hello, John. How are you? It's always good to see you. There's Sandy. Good to see you, Sandy. There's our friend Lisa. Lisa, I think, is close or hit 1,000 followers over on Instagram. So if by chance you're not following Lisa, it's the same avatar. It's the same name over on Instagram. Give her a follow if you love kitsch, if you love decorating, if you love holidays. This is a must follow. So please give her a follow. We would all greatly appreciate it. It's fun to follow her. Hello, Shannon. How are you, Shannon? So good to see you. My brain shut down there for a minute. Hello, Mama Pam. Good to see you, Mama Pam. Oh, is Mama Pam starting to make cookies this time of the year?
Yeah. So you're going to be getting 2 boxes. I'm just putting that out there.
I wasn't necessarily
getting 2 boxes.
I'm here for that, but I was just curious how busy she is. I'm sure people are putting in orders and she's filling.
I'm pretty sure she started working on them last week, if I recall.
Gosh. Okay, Mama Pam. If you ever need someone to head on out to Michigan and hang out at this time of the year to sample for you, Bill's your man.
Quality control.
Bill's your man. Me and Bill, we'll head on out. We'll be there to help you, Mama Pam. How are you, Philomena? So good to see you. So you guys thought I was going to just say me. I'm willing to share it with
We're
Bill.
just going to say you, and then till you realize that Amy and I were going to make fun of you for that.
How are you, Wanda? It's so good to see you, Wanda. There's Tina, the other half of Mother Tucker's. Good to see you. Always watching, keeping me in line. See who else is here. I see a couple repeats. And again, guys, if I ever miss you, it is never intentional. I promise we'll get you the next time or twice in another chat. Hello, Spark Joy in Life. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys are well. There's Sherry. How are you, Sherry? It's so good to see you. It's been a little bit. Hello, hello, hello. There's our friend Tammy. Good to see you, Tammy. So good, good, good. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Who else is in here with us? Hello, Lisa Green. Good to see you. Hello, Patricia. How are you, Patricia? Getting on down here, trying to pick up the tempo a bit. Hello, Pat Robinson. You always put a smile on my face. It's good to see you. There's Tina. How are you, Tina? I kind of like the way that's spelled. Hello, Peppermint Patty. How are you? Just the sensation of a York Peppermint Patty right now. There's nothing better than a York Peppermint Patty after a good dinner.
Okay, everybody in the chat who has a name that's named like a food, you need to change your name because it really distracts Jason from this whole thing.
I can't help it. I can't help it. There's our friend Debbie Gutierrez. How are you? I think I'm getting good. I think I finally am going to perfect it heading out of 2023 here. So I'm finally getting it. So let's see who else is here with us. Hello, Tammy. Good to see you. And I think we're down here near the bottom already. Okay. And then hello, Peppermint Patty again. So guys, again, if you guys are not following any of my friends here on the screen, please make sure you do. We made it very easy. All the links to their YouTube and their Instagram is down there in the description. All you have to do is click it, follow the link, and make sure you follow and or subscribe to both of them. Also, again, Karen G is going to be our official Mod and Bid Ender tonight. And now at this part of the program, Bill takes over, explains to us how the sale is going to work. Then we will go over all of our bookkeeping. And there are a few caveats this week. And Amy will discuss that then when it comes to shipping, pretty much for all of us. And I think Bill was going to be sort of with us on that same shipping schedule because of the holiday. So, all right, sir, I'm done. Floor is yours, Bill.
Okay, so we're going to do this quickly. We have 15 rounds each. Well, 15 rounds of items tonight. So if you are a chatter, if you are a bidder, or you're someone who just wants to make sure you're up with the chat, you want to make sure that you are in live chat all messages. If you see that you are in top chat at the top of your screen, you want to toggle into live chat all messages just to make sure you see it all the way that we do. You also want to make sure that you're not falling behind in the chat because you may be experiencing a lag. So there are a couple ways you can deal with the lag. The first way is you can close your YouTube app out, come back in, then make sure you're in live chat all messages. But you might want to try this other thing, which I've been experimenting with for the last week, and for me, it works perfectly. If you see the little gear icon, the settings icon on your screen, you might need to tap on the video in order for it to pop up, depending on what device you're on, but it looks like a little metal gear. If you tap on the gear, that's your settings. You can choose the playback speed setting and change it to 2 and keep it on 2. It will only start going quickly when you're falling behind. So for a few seconds, we may sound like the chipmunks to you, but it will continuously allow you to get ahead when your computer or your internet's falling behind. And that's been working really well for people.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So
honestly, the lag should not be an issue for people anymore if you're using it. It should never be an issue with bidding or with chatting. The chat is there because we like to talk to you. We're talky people. So talk with us. Let us know you're here. If you've never introduced yourself, it's the holidays. Let us greet you. And if you have any questions, you can use the chat. It's really great if you put your question in all caps. That may get our attention better than just a regular case question. And there are lots of people in the chat who can answer questions too if we don't see them. So again, we have 15 rounds of offer up style items tonight. We are going to explain the item. We're going to tell you anything we know about it. We're going to tell you any condition issues. And during that time, you can bid if you're interested. Jason's going to pin that start bid right where our names are now. We bid in $1 increments here on YouTube. And after we get a few bids, if we see that there's some interest, we'll announce a countdown. And we'll start with a 15-second countdown unless we are experiencing a lag. By the way, that playback thing doesn't work for us. It only works for you. So if we're experiencing a lag, we may change the 15-second countdown to the 20-second countdown. But at the end of the countdown, whoever is selling at that point will say bid end. Karen Gillette, our official bid ender, will type bid end into the chat. And the highest bid before the bid end claims the item. Now, if you are really interested in an item tonight, we do offer another option for people who are active bidders. During the bid end, you can let us know what your highest bid is. all you need to do is type into the chat the letters JIC. It's called a just in case bid. JIC with that maximum amount you're willing to bid. And if you are the highest JIC before the bid end, we will bid you up just $1 over the next highest bid or the next highest just in case. So it really gives you an opportunity to secure your best shot at getting an item you're interested in. But we do ask two things: that it only be used during the countdown, meaning no JICs come in before we start counting down, and that it only be used by active bidders, meaning you've put at least one regular bid in before you use the JIC. Should be pretty simple. If you've never seen it in action before, you'll probably see it in action tonight. And I think after you see it a few times, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. If you have any questions, just pop them into the chat. So we do like to remind you a few things, and I have one additional thing I want to remind you all about today. A bid is a commitment to pay. We would appreciate, especially this time of the year, prompt payment within 24 to 48 hours, but closer to 24 is better, just because I was at the post office today. They were already swamped. So the quicker you pay, the quicker we can get into the mail. Again, we are selling vintage items in vintage condition. And this is the little caveat that I want to say. All three of us ship from the cold northern regions of the United States. All three of us tend to sell a lot of ceramics, vintage pottery, and glass. And when exposed to cold temperatures, these things become very brittle. So it can be super important. It doesn't matter what climate you're in, because in our climates, they've been sitting in cold trucks for a long time, even if you're in a warm climate. And I know many of you know this, but it is really helpful. And we really ask you, if you're buying any of those types of products from us, please let them sit in your house for a day, at least a day, to warm up gradually, so that they don't crack, chip, or break. Glass can just shatter when cold glass can shatter when it's exposed to a rapid change in temperature. So that would be really helpful. We've already experienced one tragedy this year, so we don't want to see any more. I'm Bill, Garden Guy Bill, if you don't know. I ship from the Garden State of New Jersey. We all use PayPal in order to invoice, and you do not need a PayPal account in order to check out. If you like to use Venmo, you can use your Venmo account to check out through PayPal. We are going to send you a link to your email address with a link that will allow you to check out as a guest. We need 4 pieces of information from you in order to check out. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email address. Our emails are on the screen in just a moment. There they are. You can send if you've never bought from any of us, or only a couple of us, you can send all of us one email, copy all 3 of us. We share information all the time right now, just to pre-register if you'd like. And we also all 3 use a service called Pirate Ship, which allows resellers like us to get very deep discounts on shipping. And I was told that shipping rates weren't going up for the holidays this year, so that's good news. So again, I'm Bill. I ship from the Garden State. I plan on invoicing tomorrow by the end of the day, with hopefully boxes starting to go in the mail on Wednesday. I can keep an open box through Thursday if you would like to attend my weekly Kitsch Keeper sale, but I plan on packing up tomorrow afternoon and invoicing tomorrow night. I just want to get it out there. Amy?
Hello, you guys. I'm Amy of ENAMOR AMIE. I ship from Michigan, and I will be doing my invoicing this week on Thursday. Fantastic finds on Wednesday here on Mother Tucker's at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys purchase anything from me tonight and you purchase anything Wednesday, they can ship together. Now, and I'm going to speak for myself and Jason on this fact. We're going to be both doing our invoicing on Thursday this week. And we hope to ship everything out by Friday afternoon. Okay, because the ground shipping deadline for Christmas delivery is Saturday. Okay, so we're trying to get everything out Friday, so it has at least an extra day to get there. Ground shipping is the cheapest option. Priority, there's a little bit more time for Christmas delivery, but we're not trying to get right up to the deadline. So that's why we're going to try and get everything out. So that's the caveat this week. If everybody can pay their invoices as soon as they get them, that way we can get them out and on their way to you.
All right. I ship from Pennsylvania. Just like everything Bill said and everything Amy said, I can also offer free pickup. So if you guys want to pick something up at the shop, if you're going to be in the central Pennsylvania area, that is where my shop is located. My shop is called Mother Tucker's Antiques. Just communicate that in the email to me, and we will just invoice you for the item or items, and we will not charge you shipping on it. And then we will communicate via the email and communicate on getting it up to the shop when you're able to come pick it up. Also, like Amy said, I will be combining Wednesday, so you have an open box tonight for then. We'll get the sale going. There is one caveat. With everything being shipped off for Christmas, myself and Bill will be having one final sale this year. We will be back for one more Mother Tucker's Mondays. Yes, Bill, you signed off on this already. So we will have our last sale of the year next Monday. We do realize that there's a majority of folks, and we won't have all Christmas next week. There's a majority of folks that are okay with getting things after the holidays. And there's some diehard Christmas collectors. I'm one. I buy Christmas all year. So if it doesn't get to me by Christmas, that isn't a deal breaker. I will decorate with it through July or next year. So again, we will have our final Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday next Monday, which I think the date is the 18th, and it'll just be myself and Bill, and that'll be it for 2023. So without further ado, let's get this sale started. Hello, Patty Rose. I saw you pop in. We will start with Bill, and then we'll have Amy, and then I will round us out, and we'll get this show moving because we have a lot of stuff for you guys. All righty, Bill.
$10 for choice, and I got some. I have these in my collection, but I found some new ones, so I'm going to share these ones. I have 3 vintage Bottlebrush Wreaths. They're super cool. They are 3 inches tall. I have a pink one, and they have mercury bead sort of ornaments on them, a little plastic bell, and a beautiful satin ribbon on them with some gold trim. None of the mercury beads are actually broken. I looked at all 3, and none of them are broken. So the first is the pink one. And then I have a green one, and this one's nice because it still has its made in Japan sticker. These are heavily reproduced, so it is important to have some indication that they are authentic. The authentic ones, too, also have these really old wire hooks at the top so that you can hang them. But I do have a beautiful green one as well with a red ribbon and a white bell, and you can see the mercury beads in there. All 3 of them are 3 inches in diameter. And then I have a lovely white one as well with some really colorful candy-colored mercury beads, a red bow, and this still has one of those really old kind of heavy ornament hangers on it. So there are the 3 to choose from. The pink one. Yeah, aren't they great?
I love the pink one. That's one you don't see all the time.
No, and the flocking or the snow flocking on these is really, really good.
They are. And I love using these. If you have a large like ceramic figurine that you want them to hold a wreath, or you want to like maybe pop a deer's head through it, these are really fun to use.
That's a really good point. I did that last winter when I had a ceramic figurine that lost her hand. I actually put a 2-inch one, a smaller one. Yep. I just put it in her hand, and you would never know that she was broken. Nope. So yeah, there's lots of uses for these. And actually, if you have some of the more modern, where were they sold? The mid-century houses, like the Putz houses, but the larger ones.
Yes,
they were sold at
World Market.
Yes, World Market. Yeah. These are the perfect size to put over the windows or the doors. So really, really cool. So I'm going to start a countdown. I'm going to show you all the different colors to choose from, and we'll see where it goes. So if you are an active bidder, you can use it just in case. And again, this is for choice on the white, the green, or the pink. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And all of this snow flocking is not falling off. Sometimes you just touch it. Jason may have had an experience like that this past weekend.
But I saved it.
Yeah.
I still saved it.
That's good enough to glue back on. I think that was a big chunk.
Yeah. It was my fault. I shouldn't have fooled with it.
Oh, goodness. Thank you, everyone. So it looks like we had a bunch of just-in cases. Buttermilk and Cream with a just-in case of 24. Lisa had a 25. Gavin had a just-in case of 30. But Patty Rose came in with a just-in case of 31. So Patty Rose, you have first choice at 31. Let me know if you would like pink, green, white, or a combination. And then Gavin is back up. Patty's going to take pink. I'm guessing Gavin was already bidding when he saw the pink, so I'm guessing that's what he wanted. But Gavin, if you wanted green or white, let me know. And after Gavin is Lisa. After Lisa is Buttermilk and Cream. And then we're back to Karen Kennedy. Yep. So Gavin's going to take the other two. Fantastic.
All right.
All right. $12, Jason.
You got it.
All right. This is my last Christmas brooch hanky bundle for the year. And I brought, I think one of my favorite ones is the Blingy Snowman. He's just totally covered in rhinestones. And you're going to get the fun Christmas pattern hanky as well. So I'm going to show you a little close-up of the brooch. I do not know the age of this one. I know that there's several variations of this guy kind of around, but they've changed it over the years and have replaced some of the flower colors, some of the little buttons that go down the front of the snowman, and he's not focusing at all. Let's put him back on the hanky because he was doing good up there. So I'm not really sure the age of him at all. But there's no missing stones on him. Very good condition. It does have a safety clasp on the back in good working condition. Measurement for him is 2x2. 2x2. I guess he could go on the arc if he wanted to. And so that's kind of the sizing there. I think brooches on the Santa hats just add a little something, something. I really like that. And all the little red flowers have a little rhinestone in the center. The eyes are rhinestones, everything that you are seeing. So besides the black on the hat and the scarf and the little leaves, everything else is rhinestoned. So amazing that none of them are missing. And he does have a nose. There's a profile for you sticking out there. On this particular one, I don't believe that one was ever colored, either orange or red or any other color. All the ones that I have seen like that have been just silver. And it's got nice puddling on the back. It's a very nice quality brooch, again, but I'm not really sure of the age. All right. And then the hanky, no holes or stains, of course. Really nice condition, but it's got just a fun bell, candy cane, and candle pattern all over it. I like to use these as doilies or underneath figurines or something like on a shelf. So you're going to get the pair. I see steals in at 14. So we're looking for 15 or more, and we're going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Jane.
Debbie Gutierrez.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Debbie had a 16, but Camellia came in there with just a case of 31. So for 17, Camellia, this is coming to you. I haven't sent you Happy Mail in forever. So congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, my first round is going to start at $15 choice, and I have choice on Santa mugs, okay? They're both made in Japan. We found these, or should I say Tina found them at separate times, but they're the same sculpt. They're made by the same, made in Japan, except we have one that his eyes are closed, and then we have kind of like Sleepy Santa, kind of like he's had a day, delivered all the presents. So they're both in very, very good condition. $15 choice. Thank you, Greg. I see you at 15. There might be just a slight little stain right here and a little stain right here. But other than that, these guys are in super good condition. I see you at 16. Pam's in at 17, but then we have Pamela in at 20. Cold paint is in really, really good condition. Look at that bright red. There is your inside. And then here is, you can see it embossed Japan. And I didn't clean that off because I leave that. Bill's right. It helps us prove the age because there was some sort of Japan sticker on there. So again, I don't know the manufacturer, but there is remnants of it right there. And both of these mugs measure 3 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So that's eyes closed. Here is eyes open Santa. So right now the top bid, the first one in is Pamela in at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. Again, super clean on the inside. And he has almost the same exact kind of residue on the bottom. and is embossed Japan as well. So red paint is in really, really good condition all the way around. No chips, no cracks. If there's any issues, it's just a manufacturing defect. Hello, John. Good to see you. And again, they're both in super good condition. He's kind of, like I said, had a day. And then I know, Patty, look at the eyelashes on him. On point, totally on point. And a lot of times with the flesh tone, it gets rubs on it. There's no rubs on either of these. It's very, very good and vibrant. So again, it's on choice. And right now we have Pam in at 27. Let's do a countdown. We're looking for 28 or more, and you can either pick eyes closed or eyes open. So 28 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 28 or more. Right now, Pam's in at 27, or the bid end from Karen G. And it'll just be choice of closed eye or open eye. And I actually am pretty impressed. They would look really, really good together. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much. So top bidder is Pam. So Pam down in Jersey at the Jersey Shore, let me know. Did you want, we'll call it closed or open, closed or open, and you could take both. If you want eyes closed. All right, you got eyes closed. So then backup is going to be, the first one was Pamela. So Pamela, what didn't matter because Pam came in with a 27. So Pamela, let me know if you wanted eyes open. And if you pass, then it looks like the next highest bid is going to be Lisa at 21. So just let me know, Pamela, if you are interested in the eyes open, and he would be at your bid of 25. Again, very good condition, no issues that I can report. And then Lisa, you would be next. And then after that, we'll communicate through the chat. But I'm just waiting to hear back from Pamela. Highlight you there again. Pamela V, if you are interested in the eyes opened, all you have to do is say yes, and he will be yours. And we'll just wait another moment. You pass, you wanted the eyes closed. I understand. And then Lisa, let me know. And we will move it back to Bill. But Lisa, he could be yours at your bid of 21 if you're interested. And I will just watch the chat and communicate in there. All right, Bill.
Okay, $35, Jason. I brought a couple rounds of really gorgeous glass tonight, and I brought another Viking pattern that we don't often see. This is a piece of Viking glass. It actually has some cadmium in it, so I will show you in a minute. But this is their diamond thumbprint. It was only made in 3 colors, a blue, this ruby, and I think the topaz. Really, really pretty. They call this their candy / covered sugar dish because it does have a lid. And with the lid, it is 8 inches tall. And what I love about this pattern in the ruby, and I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the screen, but the cadmium rests in these little grooves where the diamonds sort of come down into a valley, and that's the only part that glows. Oh yeah, you can see it. It gives it a really cool, like almost, patchwork or diamond effect. Oh, look how deep that glow is. Again, if you like the glowy glass, there's not much glow in other areas. They really are. The cadmium just settles in those grooves, and it looks really, really neat. So pretty. So again, it is Viking calls it their candy / sugar dish. So it can be used for whatever you want to use it for. No chips or cracks, in really gorgeous condition. This deep, deep ruby of Viking glass is always so beautiful. But again, not a pattern that you're going to see every day. It's not as common as the pieces in the Epic line. So nice to find a piece and share it with people. Really, really like it. And there are, these also come in these really cool 10-inch apothecary jars, which are taller, obviously, but very thin. And I don't know that Viking made those apothecary jars in any other pattern other than this diamond thumbprint.
Bill, this is such a mod Christmas color. I love it. And it's even great for Valentine's Day. I love it.
Yeah, and it pairs well with some of the other the other designs that Viking did, including the Epic line, the Bullseye line, which we've been bringing because it's reminiscent of the little eyes. So really, really neat. All right, I'm going to go ahead and count it down. If anyone else is interested, again, just a caveat about the glass, the pottery, and the ceramics that we're selling tonight. Just remember, the three of us live in really, really cold areas, so let your glass acclimate when it gets to you. Active bidders can put a just in case in. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
This is so good.
Yeah, it is really good. This is one of the pieces I was hoping to keep and get the other two colors. Nope, can't find them. Can't find them. And the blue is like this ice blue. If anybody wants to look, if you're ever wondering about Viking Glass, there is a great free website called VikingArtGlassGuide.com. You can go on and you can look up all of the lines and all of the pieces. Okay, so thank you all for your bid. It looks like there is the bid end. Tammy had a bid of 41, but Nikki came in with a just in case of 47. So Nikki, this is yours for 42. Thank you all for your bids.
All right, Miss Amy.
Blanco also has a website where you can download their catalogs. You can kind of look at the patterns and the lines that they put out each year. I think it starts in the 50s and I think it goes up to the 80s if I remember correctly, but you can download them and like flip through the pages. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can save them to your computer. Yeah, it's great.
Sidetrack. 16, Jason.
You got it.
All right, so I have this lovely little angel, and she is a music box. She is made out of that kind of paper mache, ceramic composite kind of stuff, okay? She does date to the 70s. And I want to show you some details. Now, she does work. I will play her for you. Paint is pretty good on the front of her. I love the little flowers. They did do these in a couple different colorways that I could find. She is made by Ardco, and she does date to the 70s. She does have a little, it's kind of tucked under there, a little made in Japan, little round sticker that's kind of under there. And on the back side, she does have a little paint loss right there in the hair, and then there's a little scratching right back here on the back. Now, I wanted to point this out, but I do think that this was a manufacturer thing. I don't think that they didn't get the wood base like quite covered all the way on the one side. And the little mechanism that you wind her up with is a plastic little base, but she's darn cute. I really like her bright colors on here. Very, very cute. Now, I will wind her up. I do not know the song that she plays. I couldn't figure it out. I'm sure somebody will probably recognize it right away, but I couldn't. I even tried the Google, like you can on the Google Lens, you can play a song and it will listen to it, and I couldn't get it to work either. So.
Oh yeah, it's the isn't that the Love Story song?
I think it is, Bill.
We played this same song last Christmas, and people in the chat knew what it was.
Oh my!
Yeah, God. That's what I figured. I was like, well, if I can't figure it out, I know somebody will recognize it right away.
Yeah,
and put it down there. Love Story. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
See, I kind of figured you guys would know. All right. So measurement for her, she is 7.5 inches tall by about 4 inches at the base. And she's just going to keep playing away. So I see right now Jan is in at 16. Thank you so much. Theme from Love Story. All right. I need to go like actually listen to the song. That way I will recognize it probably the next time that I find a music box that plays it. All right. Metal Girl, I also see her 16, but we're looking for 17 or more. I'm going to count her down. Active bidders are welcome to put in the just in case. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Yeah, Camellia, that's a good point. He just died a few days ago.
Oh yeah. I love those flowers on her head. Very flower power.
There's another colorway where her dress is pink and she has pink flowers in her hair.
Well, that's the right time frame for this song too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Metal Girl, you did not need your just in case, so this is coming to you for 20. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right. It took me almost all year, but I was finally able to do it. I have choice on some Anna Lees for you. So we're going to start at $18. The first one is this Snowman, and he is dated on the back here on his tag, has his original tag. He's dated 1992. So you can see 1992. He's in very good condition. I don't think that any components are missing. I don't know if there was something else on his pole, but I believe that this is just like his walking stick, okay? So he stands really well. He measures 10 inches tall. There's no staining to him, and I love how they used the little plastic fantastic holly. And of course, like Bill has said, these are all hand painted. So in essence, they're all sort of one of a kind. And he's just really, really cute. A cute little snowman. He's got this cute little vest, and then he's got his little scarf on here. Let me lift it up so you guys can see.
I want that vest, Jason. I know.
I know. And I love how look at his belly. He's got his little
belly, but I want that vest.
Super cute guy. So $18 choice. That's your first one. He measures 10 inches tall. So 10 inches tall. No stains, no issues underneath, as you can see right there. Then the second choice is going to be this little elf fella, okay? So he is this cute little elf guy, and he has his original card, okay? And this card advertises the 75 years and counting for Anna Lee. I know that's blurry. Come on now. 75 years and counting for Anna Lee. And then that just straps on top of his feet. So that also helps hold him up. And he is actually from 2014. So he's from 2014. You can just see right there. Again, no stains or no issues with him. He's in really, really good condition. I love him, and he's about 9 inches tall. So he's about 9 inches tall. So there you can see the face.
He kind of looks like Tom Cruise a little bit.
Does he? I love Katie. I love Katie. I love Katie. So, Karen, thank you. I see you in at 18. And he has his little scarf, like peppermint style scarf on there. And again, there's no odors, there's no stains, there's no issues that I could find at all. So it's either going to be between elf boy or snowman fella. And again, I love that face. This was a snowman that I had never seen before with Anna Lee, the way they made him. I don't know if it was a series. I had sold some of these in the past, and they are good sellers in the shop. So looking for 19 or more. I see you, Lisa, in at 19. So we're looking for 20 or more. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. It'll be choice between the snowman, or we'll call it elf or snowman. Okay. And you can take both. He is in red tights. Absolutely. And look at those legs. Very athletic. I love Katie. All right. I see you, Tina, at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Camellia, I see you're 20, but we're looking for 21 or more. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 15. Were we doing 15 or 20? What
15.
did 15? Okay.
15,
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. And he does kind of look like Tom Cruise. It's like he should be dancing around in his underwear or something. Like I like to fly planes. What, Amy?
Like Risky Business?
Yes, he's like, I'd take those records off the shelf. Oh, I'll get a copyright strike. I better not sing. So there is the bid end. Thank you so much, Camellia. I saw you're just in case of 31. Karen Kennedy had a just in case of 25. So Camellia, you get first choice at 26. Let me know if you want the elf or if you want the snowman. Just put snowman or elf. And then backup will be Karen and at 25. But Camellia gets first choice at 26. And then we'll go back, and Tina, you'll be back up. So just let me know, Camellia, if you wanted snowman. That's what I thought, Camellia. So then Karen Kennedy, let me know if you're interested in the elf at 25. If you pass, then Tina, you could have the elf at 22. And then I will just communicate in the chat. But on deck right now, Karen, this guy could be yours. Okay, you wanted snowman as well. Gotcha. So Tina, let me know if you want the elf from that 2014. And that would be at your bid of 22. So Tina, just let me know. And Tina, you are new to me. And if you do want him, just please email me all your information. But Tina, he could be okay. You got it. Everybody wins. All right. I'm coming home, Katie. All right. There you go, Bill.
All right. I'm going to start at $18 too, Jason. I have a super, super good condition felted blow mold Santa. If you're looking for a nice little Santa, because this guy's only 6 inches tall. I mean, it's big for the felt pieces, but it's in great condition, even with a beautiful little made in Japan, blue and white made in Japan sticker on the back. So underneath the felt, this is all felt, it's not flocked. It's a felt outfit with chenille or fur, chenille fur trim on it. It's all stiffened. Underneath, this is a blow mold Santa. Great face, but for this, with this guy, for me, it's all about the beard. It is so good. It's not dirty. It's in great condition. It's well groomed. It's manicured. The fur all over Santa is in really good condition. It's nice and bright white. It's not yellowed. Just really feel like somebody probably took really good care of this piece. He has one of those, what's that plastic called?
Vinyl? It's like vinyl? Like
it's
got
vinyl.
a vinyl?
Yeah, it's like the vinyl.
Belt?
Yeah, vinyl belt. It still has his little belt buckle on. Just super cute. And mounted on a really good stand, so he stands on his own. So just a really good addition to a little, if you have a collection of the Japan felt figurines, like the Santas, the choir boys, the angels, this is just a nice little addition to that. And you don't need to worry about propping him up, like so many of them have lost their discs on the bottom, and then it's really hard to get them to stand. But this one's in super good condition.
Is it patent
leather? Yeah. Super good.
I've never seen this style before, Bill. This one's really unique. I've never seen this kind of face before on a
The
Santa.
white trim on him is so like
it is, isn't
untouched.
it? Yeah, it is. What's really interesting is I got a whole bunch of these from a Christmas, sort of a Christmas museum house store, people who collected it, and all of them were pixies playing instruments, except for this guy. They were all the same size, all mounted on the same disc, all with the same Japan sticker on the back. But this is the only Santa that was in the group, and it was really the only one that was still in good condition. A lot of the pixies I had to remount them on their pads. A couple of the musical instruments were broken, but this one somehow just survived it all. So thank you all for your interest. And Santa's going to take a little tumble. He's had a little bit of too much spiked eggnog. And I'm going to start that countdown. So we're looking right now for 21 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Gosh, he's got some thick thighs on him, Bill. He's got some really thick thighs on him.
Jason's always noticing the beefier parts.
He works out.
Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So Karen Kennedy came in with a just in case of 22, but Jamie wanted it. She got it with her just in case of 23. So for $23, Jamie, that is yours. Thank you so much.
All right.
I thought the angel music box was done playing, but Casey jumped on the table and she just started going again. All right. 32, Jason.
You got it.
All right. Let's see how long that these can stay balanced. Okay. You're going to get all of these. All right. Okay. I'm going to just do this briefly and then I'll show you each one. All right. So this is going to be a set of 4 little felt caroler boys. You're going to get all of them. This is not choice. They're coming together. I found them together. Oh, there they go. See? There they go.
But they're not breakable.
They're not breakable. Let's see if we can get them back up.
Oh, I can hear the music box going too.
Problem is, under my computer desk, there's like a black hole. All right, so we've got 4 of these adorable. I love their faces on these. So they all have the little singing face. They have freckles and little blonde hair. These are made by Delta, and they're all holding their little gold paper songbooks, Santa hats. Now, I will say that there's 2, let me see. There's 2 that have the Santa hat facing that direction, and then the other 2 are facing the opposite direction. Do you see that?
Yep.
But all relatively the same condition. There's just a couple little things I was going to note. They do all have Delta foil stickers on the back. And one of them, which one? Okay, so this one has a little bit of something going on at the bottom of his shirt there. And I think, is this the one? They like the chenille, like for their little scarves, are a little bit faded. Probably just how they were stored over time. Now they do all have little wooden shoes. Okay. So these are not felt shoes. They're little painted wooden shoes. So that helps them stand. Obviously they stand much better if you have them on a flat surface rather than something to balance on, but that just helps them stand. They do have wire armature in their legs and their arms. You can kind of like pose maybe like a little bit. And if you need a little bit more stability with them at the feet, you can kind of move the wiring a little bit. They do all measure 6 inches tall. So that's the sizing there. I think they're pretty darn cute. All right, so I see Trina's in at 32. So we're looking for 33 or more. I am going to count them down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are so fun. And I love when they mix the wooden feet with like the pipe cleaner hands. Yep. And then you got the coated cardboard that is their songbooks, and then the plastic faces. Love it. Yes.
There's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, Trina, these guys are singing their way to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, I have another choice. Sorry, guys, I do have a couple choice rounds tonight, but it's going to be choice on probably the second, if not equal, best Christmas trees I've had to offer this year in the glass form. So these are all made in Taiwan, and these are the green glass trees. So you have 3 to choose from. This is the tallest one, and this one comes in at 8.5 inches tall, okay? And these are the ones with the really, really like spaceship nosed, very like atomic mid-century looking, tips on them. And they were easy. A lot of times I do find these, but there's damage to the tops. There's no damage to any of these. And all of them still have their original made in Taiwan sticker. So Tina, thank you. I see you in at 20. So this is your first choice. And again, to find these in these different colors is a little harder. And these are the full green ones. Okay. So this is your first choice, the tall one, which is 8.5 inches tall. And then I have 2 of the shorter ones that are 6.5 inches tall. So you can have a forest if you want just 2 of the small ones, or if you want the whole set and you want to put the taller one in with the smaller ones, you can do that. And the small ones measure 6.5 inches tall. And again, they all have their made in Taiwan sticker, that great 1980s Taiwan sticker that we all know and love. And yes, there it is on the other one. So you can see the bottoms on these, the way they are made. They're in super good condition. No chips, no cracks. I just love them. So let me get in close so you guys can see. And again, they pulled the tops a little more on these. Some of the other ones are kind of stubby, or they'll twist them. But these are great. Camelia, I see you're 23, but we have Gavin in at 24. And again, it's going to be on choice. Let's get up close so you can see how great these look. And they're kind of they're a little transparent, so you can see through them a little bit. They're a little translucent with the glass, but they definitely will make your clear trees glow green. So if you have a forest of clear ones that have like some opalescent on them, or if you have other colored ones, they look really good. So let's do a countdown. It will be on choice. You can either pick the large one or 1 or 2 of the small ones, or all of them if you want. So Alex, I see you're 25. Trina's in at 26. Counting them down, please use just in case if you're an active bidder. Counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These were hard to part with because y'all, if you know your glass trees, find these in this color. I don't see them that often. So thank you for all the bids. I see everybody. Alex with a just in case 30. Camelia had a just in case of 37. And again, you can pick a variation, whatever you want. There is the bid end. So with that, just in case from Alex, Camelia, you get first choice. Camelia at 31. Just let me know, did you want the large one, can take the large one at that bid, so it'll be at 31 each, or you could take one of the small ones or two of the small ones or all three, or if you just do a small forest with smaller ones. And then Alex, you will have backup at
all of them.
All of them. All right. And yep, that'll be at $31 each. Camellia, let me make sure I didn't miss. Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Karen, for catching that. So it will be at $35 each, Camellia. Thank you, Philomena. Jason needs to take a nap, but they're all yours, Camellia. Congratulations, $35 each. All righty, you got it.
All right, Jason, $25. And I'm actually bringing a planter this week. And it's actually the first bundle I put together all year. I used to do so much last year. But I always start my planter bundles at $25. So you're bidding on the planter and the 5 vintage Christmas items that are inside. And I'm going to take it apart to show you each item, but I really don't want to because I love the way that it looks. And it took a while just to get it to look that way, but I'm going to show you all the different pieces. So inside the planter, well, let me talk about the planter first, because I'm curious to see if Amy's ever seen this mark before, because I haven't. But it's this really great, I think, stylized looking Santa. There is one little piece of displaced paint here. It's under the surface. But it looks like, Amy, the mark looks like a monster's face with 2 eyes and a mouth.
It looks more like a Japanese pagoda to me, but I've never seen that mark.
No, you're okay. So it is a Japanese pagoda. You're right. Yeah. But I think it's super, super cool. And it's in great condition. It has been used as a planter. The planter itself is, it's 4 inches tall. Inside the planter, I've put, and this is the first time I've ever sold one of these. I just got a lot of these. This beautiful floral themed Christmas hanky, which I think is just lovely. Just lovely. Has all the nice flowers on it. It's also going to come with this little lady, a spun cotton head, little ornament. Not an angel. She's just a little lady. Maybe she's a little pixie. She's got a little tuft of hair up here. It's going to come with the twins, the twin pixies, the red one and the green one. These are Christmas ornaments. As you can see, they are made in Japan. The made in Japan sticker is not on either of them anymore, but the glue that held them on is there. But I think these are super fun because they're completely felt except for the plastic heads. But they have like these really fun expressions, like little kids excited for Christmas time with these big, big, big beards on. So the little pair of those is coming. And then this Japan mouse holding this stocking. Now, this is not a Dream Pet or a Dakin. This is just marked made in Japan. It does have a sticker on the back, so I don't know what company it was, but it is definitely stuffed with sawdust. I can feel it. It's a very distinct feel. It still has this little tail on the end, but I love the ears that are green on the back. And then the red body. I think it's super cute. It still has his whiskers, all the fur. So those are the items in the bundle. And I'm going to quickly try to do something to get it all back together. So everything in the bundle comes as one. Okay, it doesn't look as good as I had it initially, but it's all still there.
You teased us, Bill. You only showed the planter in your reel, and then you filled it up.
Jason, I changed my mind a lot. I wasn't going to bundle it till like an hour before. And I was like, oh gosh, I need to do one. I'm feeling the Christmas spirit.
You teased us, Bill.
I'm sorry, Jason. I apologize. All right.
He's not sorry.
I'm going to start the countdown. It looks like Meadow Girl is in at 35. So we're looking for 36 or more, and active bidders can use a just in case for this little great assortment of 6 vintage Christmas items. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And this is likely the only one I'm going to make this year. So yeah, I needed to get a head start. I didn't get started.
Well, we'll just look forward to the ones at Valentine's Day, Bill.
Yeah, I should start those now.
You should.
Maybe I'll make a planter lot. That might be a new idea.
The bundle's trademarked, though, Jason.
I know. That's why it's got to be a lot.
Thank you for the bid end, Karen. So, Tina, with your just in case of 35, This is yours for, or you're just in case of 39. This is yours for $36. Thank you so much.
You got it. All righty, Amy.
All right, $40, Jason.
You got it.
Okay, so last Thursday, I got up at like 3:30 in the morning to go some crazy, like 4 hours early to an estate sale because they had a lot of really good Christmas at the sale. And this was one of the things that I was lucky enough to get. I do have a set of these as well in their original box. And so I didn't need to keep 2 sets. So I'm passing these along. So I'm going to take these guys out of their box. They will come with their original box. These are made by Shiny Bright. They did produce these for several years, and over the years they did change the style of box that they were in. Mine are in a pretty printed box, and these are just in the cardboard. However, they do have the little end tag there in the box. But let's take them out and look at them. These are all little pine cone pixies. So these are made in Japan. These are not the made in Germany ones. All right. So we've got several that have the little Noel songbook, and they all have the little chenille and spun cotton bodies. They're just chilling out on a little pine cone, and they're all stamped Japan on the bottom. So let's take them out. So there's 3 with the Noel book, and then there's 3 that are playing little instruments. There's a little accordion guy. Here's another Noel book. And then this one is just a little bit different. He has like the snowy kind of base versus the gold base, the one that's playing the cymbals there. And then we've got another Noel book guy. And then we have another accordion. 2 accordions are better than 1, right?
It's true.
All right. So there's the whole band. They're singing a good old tune for Christmas. And there's just a little bit of discoloration and staining, most noticeable on the light blue hats. But I think they're still in really lovely condition for their age. These do date to the 50s. And of course, we do have the box that goes with them. There is some writing on the box. It just says pine cone ornaments on there, and then the little divider thing that goes in there. So all of the little pine cone pixies, they measure 3 1/4 inches tall. Each of them, depending on their little hat, might be a little bit taller than another one, but I think they're pretty fantastic. I love these. I call these the pine cone goobers. Mm-hmm. That's what I've called them that for years, not pixies, but all right. So I see Dusty Moose is at 46. So we're looking for 47 or more. William just popped in with a 52. So we're looking for 53 or more. I'm going to count them down. The set of 6 pine cone pixies and their original box. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Kim, the ones from Germany usually will be stamped either Western Germany or Germany on the bottom. The ones that I have seen anyways, I know that there are some that don't have a stamp at all. These ones, every single one is marked Japan on the bottom. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so let me see. Patty Rose had a just in case of 78. Dusty Moose had a just in case of 90. William put in a just in case of 140. So for 91, William, he's coming. These guys are coming home to Christmastown. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Those are so good, Amy. I can't.
I love those.
All right, $12, and you're going to get them all. And again, I just got under the radar right in there before the end and found myself my set of Homeco elves. And this is the first generation of them. So they are painted a little bit differently. And you can feel that they're made of a more ceramic composition than a bisque style. So you're going to get all 3 of these for just $12 if anyone's interested. Of course, you're going to get the world-known Murder Elf, Mr. Reading the Book, and then Mr. Toy Guy here who's making himself a ship. So they are all in very good condition. These are the older. I got you, Sherry, at 12. These are the older ones. So Tina, I see at 15. And he is the tallest one coming in at 4.5 inches. The other ones are closer to 4 inches. So he's in very good condition. You can see where they are stamped here on the bottom. And 1 or 2, I think just one of them has their Homeco sticker. So you'll get him. He's going to come in the group. Thank you, Karen. I see you're 15. Get that highlighted. So again, these little guys are in very good condition. No issues with the paint, no chips. Then you're going to get the fella reading the book. And like I just said, these are the first generation. So thank you. And I think it's Ravana. Thank you. Ravona, I see you're 18. So Ravona is in at 18. And again, let me spin this guy around so you can see there's no chips, there's no cracks. Cold paint's in really, really good condition. These little guys, the first one I showed you is about 4.5. This little guy's about 4 inches. And then we're going to end with Murder Elf right here. Home Co, put it in your home. I owe Fatbird Fines 50 cents now for a royalty. And this is the only one that still retains its original Home Co sticker. So, and these are the made in Taiwan. And again, these are not the bisque ones. These are the more ceramic style ones. So Ravona is in at, well, we got Lisa in at 19. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 20 or more. Let's count these down. You're going to get the whole group, the first generation of Home Co Murder Elves. 20 or more, counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, in very good condition. No issues to really report. I see Tina in at 26. I see Sherry in, and then I saw Karen in, and then I see Lisa in. Thank you guys so much. That lag, they're all coming in at once. Right there's the bid end. So with Karen being the highest just in case, but Lisa's just in case higher, they're coming to you, Lisa, for $32. Congratulations. They are all yours. All right, Mr. Bill.
$8 for choice, Jason. And I have some really nice, oversized Christmas cards that come in their original boxes.
Oh, I love these.
Yeah. So these were all sent to a woman, I don't know her name, from her husband, William, in the early 50s. Some of them are dated, some aren't. So there are 3 and they're for choice. And these are awesome because they're actually padded. They're kind of, there's padding in them, so they're sort of 3-dimensional. There's this beautiful card with the tree on it. This is a Volland card. This is made by Volland. It is in great condition. I'll take it out of the box, and all 3 have their boxes with covers. And as you can see, they're all about 13 inches by 9.5. They all have been used, but as you can see, they're big. These are big greeting cards. William has a little inscription to his darling wife down here. William was a good guy. But all of the green here that you see is fabric, and it's padded. So it's sort of 3-dimensional. You can kind of see it from the side with these beautiful sequins for ornaments. So this is the first card that comes in its box. The second card is a Hallmark card, also with a fabric bell on it. It's padded. It does have a stain down here at the bottom, but this one is gorgeous as well. This was 1951 from William.
So good.
Yeah. Also, this one actually still has its Hallmark box. It's actually in the same box that it should be in. Beautiful, beautiful bell, right? But it does just note the stain on the bottom there. So that's the second choice. The third choice is a Rustcraft card, and this entire card is fabric and padded. This is this beautiful wreath. I love the blue pine cones on this one. I don't know if this one was dated either. No, just Bill. All my love to my darling Bill. So nice.
I love like the red, white, and blue on that is really neat too.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, I thought these cards were super. William did really love his wife, his significant other. Let's assume it's his wife.
Usually the Christmas ones of those don't come around as often as usually Mother's Day.
Or Valentine's.
For some reason for those, yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in. We're looking for 9 or more for choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And they're still in their boxes, so they're great to store. They're great to bring out and display, but then you have something to store them in, which I think is why they're all such in good condition now. Okay, so there is the bid end. William, it doesn't look like you needed your just in case. So you have first choice at $8. You can let me know if you would like bell, if you like tree, or if you would like wreath, or you would like all of them. They're all yours, William. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy.
And if you want to use them, they're already signed. Right?
I know.
All right. 18, Jason.
Okay.
All right. So I have found some awesome Christmas over the past year, but this might be one of my favorite things that I have found all year. I just found this over the weekend. I did do a little sneak peek on Instagram and on my shorts feed. Unfortunately, that's limited to like 15 seconds, so you didn't see a whole lot of it. But this is a Christmas gift catalog from 1963. I'm going to show you the back first, and then we'll get into some of the pages on the inside. I'm not going to show you all the inside. I'm going to leave that for the buyer because there's such cool stuff in here. I so enjoyed looking. I probably spent like, after I just quickly leafed through it when I found it, and I did film it when I found it. I spent like a good hour just looking at this because it's so cool. All right, so let's see. What did I open up to? Pedal cars and little bikes. Western Flyer, ways to please any youngster at Christmas. I love these cars. I have seen some of these at antique shows before. Outdoor markets, $15.25. I can't.
I'd fill you all.
Right. I want to show you guys. Okay, so there's trains. Look at all the trains. It's so cool. So I want to show you the toys for sure, because the toys is probably the coolest part in here. There's lots of pages of toys. All right, so we're getting into the dollies here. Look at all the dollies. This is awesome. It's in really, really nice condition. There's just like a little bit of bending on the cover, but it was stored pretty well. So there's Barbie and Ken. And
can you repeat the year, Amy?
Yeah. What year was it, Amy?
63.
63.
1963. Okay. Yep. Barbie, Ken, and Midge. Some cars, carrying cases for $1.99. Look at that canopy bed that you could get for Barbie, $2.79. So fun. All right, but my favorite page,
the decoration,
is this spread here. So we've got the tin litho doll houses.
Oh wow.
There, and then the little dolly cases, the sets of dolly cases, musical jewelry box. But look at the rubber faces and the squeaker toys.
Oh my God, that cat
at the bottom. Oh my, the rubber face fox, $2.49. The teddy bears. We've got Lamb Chop, Beanie, and Cecil. The little rubber face puppets. Your choice for 88 cents up at the top. So fun. I don't want to spend too much more time on this because I want to leave some surprises for the winner in here. But we're going to end with the board game spread because this is awesome. Look how fun that is. Actually, no, there's one more page I want to show you. But all the fun board games that you could get, the backgammon, Chinese checkers, foosball. So fun. And there is a Christmas page in here. Let me find it. Here it is. You could get a 7-foot plume aluminum tree for only $15.88. Sign me up, please.
My God.
So good. We've got some wrapping in the original packaging there. Wrapping paper. You could get a lifelike evergreen plastic tree for $9.98. We've got the lights and the Santa blow mold. So good. Awesome. All right. I'm going to leave the rest for the new owner because it's awesome. Really, truly awesome. I never see these. If I did, I would instantly pick them up. All right. So I see Debbie's in at 30. Thank you so much. It does measure 8 1/4 by 11. There are 55 pages in the catalog. All right. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bed end. How about some Starburst clocks for under $5?
My God.
Under $10.
My God.
So look at that hair dryer.
So good.
There's no Pyrex in here, unfortunately, and there's no ceramics in here. I was really hoping there was, but there was not. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, I see Tina had a just in case of 37. John had a just in case of 37. William came in with a just in case of 100. So for 39 with Tina's 38. William, this is coming to you. Have fun looking at this. It's really, really cool.
It's really fun. Gang, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Karen G, for being our official Mod and Bid Ender. Please make sure you're following Bill and Amy, not only here on YouTube, but also on Instagram. We put all their links in the description, so it's really easy to give them a follow. Before I get into the details of my next item, there are just two things that I want to show you. First of all, somebody, and I'm going to get all tangled up here, somebody must have went ahead and rewired this a little bit. Now, I took the original tape off and put some new on. So I do feel that it might need rewired, but I had her plugged in for a while and everything seemed okay. So stuff like that doesn't bother me. But if that bothers you, then you're going to be buying this knowing you're going to rewire it. Okay. Tina did touch up some of the green paint because sometimes the cold paint on the green flakes more than the red. So she comes in red and she also comes in green. And this is the little harder to find one in green, and she works. So $24 if anybody's interested. Her box was disintegrated, but I saved the original cover. So you guys are you see how nasty that looks, but you'll have it if you want it. So you can have the original paperwork. The box was not worth saving. Okay. So you'll get the paperwork for her that shows that she did come in green, because some folks might think that, oh, I never saw a green one. They did make them in green. So you have the original paperwork. So she is made in Japan. She is this gorgeous angel here, as you see. No chips to the ponytails. A lot of times they would chip out. And then I think she has an older GE bulb in there. So she holds her candle, and then there is where the wire goes into the back. And again, Tina did do some touch up on her, but she's in very good condition otherwise. So let me plug her in so you can see how she lights up. She'd be great on a mantle. Again, the wiring is, I think it's pretty much safe. I wouldn't think that there's an issue with it, but if you guys are nervous with a little electrical tape, then you might want to rewire her. So Kathy, I see you in at 24. She measures, so she's a larger angel. She measures just about, I didn't measure her. So does it say on her paperwork? No, it doesn't say on her paperwork. So let me measure her real quick. Sorry. I'll get that. So we're looking for 25 or more on the green angel. She's coming in, my gosh, she's 12 inches tall. So she's coming in at 12 inches tall. So again, she's really, really neat. She does have a sister, and I think they even made a boy version of this in red. So other than that, the fact that Tina did touch up some of her green, and then she does have that wiring situation, she's in very, very good overall condition. A lot of times, like I said, those ponytails get broke, or there's some other kind of condition issue. And then here is what the base looks like. And then you can see that's what you're dealing with wiring wise. But again, it doesn't concern me. I did take it apart. There's no zippity zap that I think is going to happen. And I put a better piece of electrical tape over the top. So I could heat that if you want me to, so it sticks a little bit better. But I think you're good to go. So we're in at 24 with Kathy, looking for 25 or more. Again, you're going to get the original paperwork. Paint on the face is in very good condition. Those blue eyes, those eyelashes, and she measures, like I said, about 12 inches tall. So let's count her down. Looking for 25. We are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So we'll count down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jamie, I see you're 27. So we're looking for 28 or more. And again, just that little cord situation, but she does light up just fine with no issues. Kathy, I see you're just in case. Thank you so much. Right before the bid end. So Jamie had a 27. Kathy, she's coming to you for $28. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Bill.
$8, Jason. And I have a lot of two, I have a couple ephemera lots tonight. I have a lot of 2 Christmas Carol books, which I think are super sweet. Neither of them have dates, but they are based on the paper quite old. The first one, the larger of the two, which is 11 inches tall, has this picture of the three children in front of the Christmas tree singing the Christmas carols. The same image is on the back, and the only condition issue that I think is reportable for this piece is that on the back, little corner is ripped. There's not a lot of provenance on this. This is all that is on the inside cover. There isn't a date, but there is the full music for a number of songs in here. No graphics on the inside of this one. It's just music. So this is the first one that comes with the lot. The second one is really cool. It's this tiny one, and I love the image here with the two sort of Santa's helpers kind of hanging off him, one sitting on a book and one on his shoulder. Super sweet. And this is something you would have gotten if you were in the Cumberland County National Bank Christmas Club. So this was a little freebie with the Christmas Club. And this one is quite beautiful on the inside for display or for making scans of, because every song has an image that goes along with it. And it's about 6 or 7 pages. So there are quite a few in here. Now, in terms of the music, for me as a musician, well, used to be, I would not be able to see I would need to, this is quite small. This is only 6 inches tall. So I would need to make a larger sheet of music, but it is there. All the music is still there.
I love these caroling books.
Really
I
good.
love.
It's really, really good and really beautiful in terms of all the images. But again, no date on this either. But I think the idea that this came from a Christmas club tells us what the date is. Yeah. It's old. But gosh, this is small clefs. I can't read that. So right now we're looking for 9 or more for both. You get both in this lot. And I'm going to go ahead and count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love that idea, Patty. When you turned it around, you saw the back of the kids.
I love that kid's socks. That boy look at him styling and profiling there.
Look at that. And the shoes. Look at the little. Yeah. Is that a Mary Jane? Is that what they're called? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I know my shoes.
Look at you, Bill. Okay. All right.
I know things. Dusty Moose, congratulations. These are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy.
Okay. Now, here's what's next. Okay. And before I give you a start price, I want to show you something first. All right. On the back here, and this did come from that epic estate sale last Thursday. Santa has a crack on the back of his hat and on the head. Okay. I'm pretty sure that you're seeing this on screen. I still had to get him. So this is going to start at $60 because I'm going to tell you a few special things about him. He is made in Germany. So he is stamped on the foot down here on the bottom. Container made in Germany is what it says. It does not say Western Germany. I do believe he is an older one from the 40s, probably, based on the style. Now, I will say you will not find this particular one online anywhere right now. And these are a little bit harder to find. Usually it's two feet that are straight down at the bottom. With this little kicked out foot is a little bit harder to find on these particular candy containers. And he does come in 2 different sizes. There's a larger size as well. And also he is having his original Santa sack. Not a lot were made with the Santa sack. Most of them have the little Bottlebrush tree that they're holding. So I can say that this particular style one, you can't find this one online anywhere right now. All right. So besides the crack on the back of the head, I feel like the rest of him is really, really good condition. The flocking is really nice. He still has a lot of that is real rabbit fur to make up his beard. The face is a composite material and very good condition in painting. The chenille is still pretty white on him. And I'm going to take him apart so you can see the inside. Okay. So he has paper mache. He has a candy container and it has that kind of printed paper on the inside. Very, very nice. And then his body is flocked. And I don't believe that there's really anything going on here. I just feel like they probably didn't get the flocking all the way up to meet the center. The belt is paper, still intact. And like I said, with the little kicked out foot, it is a little bit harder to find in that kind of a style. Usually it's the Snowman, for whatever reason, that have the little kicked out foot. It's the Santa ones that don't have that very often. All right. So measurement for him, he is 8 inches tall, 8 inches tall by about 4 inches at the feet. All right. So I see Dusty Moose is in at 60. Thank you so much. Yes, I love his shifty side eye.
Mm-hmm. He's not liking the way you're talking about his crack. The way
I know. Sorry, Santa. All right. Don't put me on the naughty list. All right. We're going to count him down. Dusty's at 60. We're looking for 61 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid Ed. And I will say that this particular estate sale that I went to last week, they had very good taste. There was a mid-century house, like everything in it was mid-century. It was really, really cool. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Dusty Moose, he's coming to you for 60. Thank you so much.
And Amy, the color on him is so good and vibrant too. Good. All right, gang, I got choice on 2 more mugs. One is Mrs. Claus, one is Santa, and they're a little harder to find, so they're going to be $28 choice. So first one is the 1967 Holt Howard, and I got to be honest with you guys. I kind of do love that Santa face because it always reminds me of like a Santa like popping through a cloud, or like a little youngster who's popping through like a little Santa outfit. So that's your first choice with no major issues from 1967, and it's $28 choice. And then if you guys know, when it comes to these mugs, the Mrs. Claus is not one that they made a lot of, and you don't find them a lot. And this one is the Anarco one. And I think they did Mrs. Claus right in this one. I think she's got a pretty good look to her. So it's choice on these mugs at $28. I will show them to you up close. The Anarco one has one little paint issue, but this one is the Holt Howard one. Inside is in very good condition. There's like a little dab of black paint that got glazed over, but overall maybe a little bit of darkening right here, but that's all in the paint. And then you can see here on the back, there's no staining, there's no major crazing. And then I think that's remnants of the original Holt Howard sticker that was on top. And then we see it stamped Holt Howard, Japan, 1967. So he measures, his measurements are just about, oh gosh, what are they? They are about 2 3/4 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. So if you're looking for a Holt Howard mug, if you've always wanted one, that could be.
I don't see the Cloud Santa one as much as some of the other ones.
No, you don't. You don't. And then back here's the only issue. There's a little bit of cold paint missing right here, but this one is made by Anarco. So there you can see the Anarco sticker. Again, I don't find a lot of Anarco Mrs. Claus mugs. So this will be your second choice. She even has a little red earring. She has that. What is that? The
ermine.
Ermine. Yes, they do that to represent the ermine. She has her glasses down, very judgy, Mrs. Claus. And then you can see that it has the great gold detailing up here around the top, kind of to mimic maybe her bonnet. And there's the inside, very, very clean. Just that little bit of paint issues. And I even love how they flared this out a little bit. So Gavin, thank you. I see you in at 28. So again, they flared that out, and she is a little larger. She comes in at 3 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So again, in the mug world, to find her, you don't see her all that often. I don't want to say rare, but you don't see her that often. So that's why these were a little higher start price. So 29 or more. Just spin her around again for you. They did a ton of detailing for the hair. And then your first choice was the Holt Howard. They always called this one the Cloud Santa, or he got the nickname Cloud Santa from 1967. And in the 67, the paint just had a little darker tone to it. It was like a little darker red. So let's count them down. Gavin, you got top right now at 28. It's going to be on choice. It'll either be Mr. Claus or Mrs. Claus. 29 or more. Let's count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. And I think she's fabulous too, Dusty Moose. I mean, a lot of times they do Mrs. Claus a disjustice, but I think she's a sweet Mrs. Claus. I would love to have Mrs. Claus try to bring, some candies or some cookies to my house. She seems very sweet. So you didn't need your just in case. So Gavin, all you gotta do is let me know. Did you want Santa or Mrs. Claus? Or you could take them both. I'll watch in the chat. Claus, Santa Claus, or Mrs. Claus. And we're going to keep it moving and get you over here, Bill. All right, sir.
All right, $9 for choice, Jason. And Gavin wants both.
And you said 9 for choice, right?
9 for choice. And I have some Jewel Brights, ones I haven't brought earlier this year. I have 4 to choose from. I have this in the purple casing. I have this great little snowman or snow lady. Really a lot of detail on this one. There's a chenille button. There are sort of sparkly arms, a chenille red scarf, and then those cute little chenille green earmuffs on the spun cotton head with a little top hat, chenille top hat. So the first choice is this snow person. These are all 3.5 inches tall. And just to keep it easy, I brought all the same shapes. And they do have that great Jewel Bright atomic kind of starburst on the front and also on the back. Sometimes it's not as easy to see on the front, but it is there. I also have a Santa in the blue, if anyone's interested. The blue kind of shiny backing on it. So Santa also spun cotton head with a paper flocked body and the beard, and then those sparkly arms as well. And then I have 2 of these little pixies. These are encased in pink. Both of them are in pink. And it's 2 of these pixie cone body dudes. Yeah, aren't they great? With the green and white polka dotted. They even have a little belt on them. Super, super sweet.
And Bill, you're not even saying how clear the plastic is on those. Like years they haze. There's no, even when you turn the backs, like they're not scratched from being hung on a tree year after year. They look like they're almost new.
Yeah, these are in good condition. The ones that I own that aren't in good condition, I just put them in a big bowl for display.
Yes, you do.
So again, these are the choices. The purple snow person or snow lady, the red Santa in the blue casing, and then 2 of the pink pixies with the green and white polka dot outfits.
And you almost have like a full set here, don't you? I think you do.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I do with the Jewel Brights. I mean, you saw me this weekend. I pick up 1 or 2, and then 1 or 2 at a time, and then I just end up with a ton. I have an entire Jewel Bright tree.
Do you really?
I do. I don't have it up this year, but I have one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Right now we're looking for, it looks like $26 or more for choice. Karen, just verify that bid for us, please, because this is for choice. And if that was a mistake, just let us know. Never mind. We've gone on. All right, so 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And we'll just claim them by the character: snowman, snowwoman, Santa, or pixie, elf, and how many.
That snowman's pretty epic.
I agree. That one is good. It's got a lot of detail on him. So there is the bid end. So Sherry had a 32, then came in with a just in case of 40. Then Clean Look came in with a just in case of 40. So Sherry, you have first choice at 40. You can let me know which one or ones you would like. And then Clean Look is back up at 40. And then Karen is back up at 25.
You got her, Bill. Man. Did you get any of those this weekend when we were together? No.
The ones I got this weekend are ones I don't have, so they're going in the rotation.
Fantastic.
Just give you a close up, Sherry, just so you can tell us which ones you want.
And they're so clean and crisp, not even scratched up.
Yeah, and I like this shape too because the figures look really good in this shape because they take up space, but I feel like there's enough negative space around them to look good. So Sherry's going to take the snow person and Santa. So I do have the 2 pixies left. So Clean Look, you're going to pass. And then I think we had Karen at 25 is next.
Yep,
Karen,
you got
did you want the pink encased pixies?
And then it looks like we're back down to Tina at 12.
All right, if those are the only bidders, I'll watch the chat. So Karen, do you want 1 or 2, Karen? Just let me know, and I'll watch the chat.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $40, Jason.
You got it.
All right, I have a vintage pairing. I'm not going to say bundle because that's trademarked by Bill. So I have a pairing. You guys know that I love to pair the vintage things together. And you're going to get all that you're seeing here as one lot. And so I'm going to show you each piece and talk about them, but you're getting everything that you're seeing. Okay, so first off, let's start with the deer. So the deer is made in Germany. He is a German large flocked deer. He is made by Heisner. He does date to the 1940s. How you can tell if you come across a flocked deer in the wild, how can you tell if it's a German deer versus a Hong Kong or a Japan? The Heisner deer, you always want to look for this little hole right here next to the ear. This is where the original hang tag would have been attached. So it would have been a little string with a little metal embossed hang tag. They're always attached right here at the side of the head. Not sure why they chose to do that, but that's how you can tell if you have a German deer or not. And he does date to the 1940s. They did do these in lots of different sizes. There's store display size all the way down to much, much smaller in these, and different poses as well. And another telltale of the Heisner deer are these kind of slash marks for the little baby deer markings instead of the polka dots that we're used to seeing. But really good condition on him. He is a larger one. Now there is a little bit of missing flocking right down here on the belly. Otherwise, he's really good shape. The measurement for the deer is 7.5 by 8. So he's 7.5 inches tall, 8 inches wide. All right. And I have taken some vintage red felt that I had in my stash and given him a little red scarf to kind of a nod for Davy Deer's red scarf. So then you're going to be getting the Cute book. If you guys have never seen this book before, it's one of my personal favorites. I have it in my collection. It's actually on the shelf up there behind me. This one dates to 1966. It does measure 5 by 6.5. Very cute little graphics. The story is kind of his mom knitted a little red scarf. Davy goes out on an adventure and it unravels over time. And I'm not going to spoil the story, but it does have a happy ending. But look how cute the little deer illustration.
Oh my.
I love Mama Deer. So you're going to get the book and then a very old bottlebrush tree in the green. It does have some snow applied to it, a wooden base and a wood little stand there for the tree to pop into. No marking on the bottom of this one, but it's a very cool, very thick wired bottlebrush tree. So you're going to get all 3 pieces together and instant display, right? All right, so Pam, I see you in at 40. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 41 or more. I'm going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I did forget to mention the tree measures 7 inches tall.
Amy, you brought that whole book to life. Like you made it all 3-dimensional. So good.
All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Pam, this is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I got some choice on some, and Sandra, your 42 did come in right after the bid end. I got choice on Fenton glass, and it's going to start at $12, and they're figurines. So they're figurines that can fit into your Christmas decor, or you can leave them out long after Christmas. or they'd make good Christmas gifts. So the first one is, I had a satin deer earlier in the year. The first choice is the clear deer made by Fenton. And of course, the clear glass looks really well when you have the colored glass, because you put it up near it. You see how it pulls out the color in it. So if you mix this deer into those green trees, he would definitely have a green look to him. So there's no chip to the ears. A lot of times these deer do get chips on the ears. He still has his original Fenton sticker and price tag on him. And you can see the little Fenton label right there on the back. So $12 choice. That is your first one. We have the Fenton deer, and he measures just about 3 3¾ inches. Okay, 3 3/4 inches. So $12 on the clear Fenton deer figurine. And then my personal favorite, I don't find the green bear all that often. So he would be even great in your St. Patrick's Day decor, but it's this gorgeous, there you go, with the hand away. There you can see the great glow of that green. And again, he is a little Fenton bear, and I don't think he is one of the ones that is stamped. Let me just double check. I thought I looked him over pretty good. I don't see any stamp on him, but he is. They did a whole series of these. Thank you, Patty. I see you in at 12. They did a series of these for birthday months. They did some without, and I usually just see them in the clear. Thank you, Steele. I see you're 14. I normally don't see one in this green. I kind of love. There's one trapped bubble inclusion. It's weird. It's right there in the center of his head. So there you can see it better more from the front. So you see everybody's bids. Vanessa, 13. I see you're 15, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Yep. So 13, 14, 15. Okay. 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. And he measures about 3.5 inches tall. So no chips, no cracks, no issues. It's going to be your choice between the bear. He is an airhead, Steel. You're right. He is. Or the deer, which is great for all year, or great for this time of the year. So let's go ahead. Yes, you guys are right. So 16 or more, let's go ahead and start a countdown. You can take both or pick the deer or the bear. 16 or more, they're both Fenton, no chips, no cracks. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Vanessa is in right now at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. You can use it just in case if you're an active bidder. There you can see the details of the eyes and the mouth. Such a gorgeous piece. Verlaine is in at 16. Thank you, Patty. I see you're just in case. You just have to let me know. There's the bid end. Vanessa, I'm so sorry your 17 came in after the bid end, but Patty, you get first choice at 17. Let me know if you want the bear, Patty, or if you want the deer, or you can take both. And in Verlaine, you will have backup. But Patty, you get first choice at 17. You got the deer, Patty. Congratulations. Verlaine, let me know if you were interested in the bear at 16. And if you pass, then Vanessa is back up at 15. And then Steele, you'll have back up to that. So we'll just wait a moment to see from Verlaine. Did you want the green bear with the airhead? And it's your 16. And if you pass, then Vanessa, you'll just have to let me know in the chat if you're interested. But Verlaine, you could have the bear at 16. You wanted the bear? All right. Congratulations. He is yours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get you over here, Bill. All right, sir.
All right, Jason, $52. And I've never had one of these before, so I was super excited to find it. You all know I bring fairy lamps. That's kind of one of the things I do. But I have never had one of these little minis that are hand painted with a Christmas theme before. And it is the cutest little snowman with a red cardinal perched on top of his hat. I think it's super, super sweet. Now, these are made, you might look at this, and if you're familiar with fairy lamps, this looks very similar to a Fenton base. And it's similar in some ways to the hand-painted ones, but it's much smaller. And this is made by Mosser Glass. These are not Fenton. These are Mosser Glass. And this little guy is 3.5 inches tall. Really, really tiny.
I saw the same one over the summer, and I'd never seen, it's so tiny in person. I was
like, it's really sweet.
Ever.
And unlike Fenton, where the artist who hand painted this would sign on the inside, the Mosser hand painting is on the outside. And this artist is S. Newton. And so the base is, again, very similar, but not the same size as the Fenton. This is a carnivalized iridescent ruby color. There's a Mosser stamp and sticker on the bottom, embossment and a sticker on the bottom. And it's just like this itself is just a gorgeous piece of glass, right? Mm-hmm. And then you put this on top, and so amazing. And again, it's just a little guy. It's just 3.5 inches tall. So fun. But just give you a close up. We see the Christmas star there, beautifully painted tree. Look at the layers on that tree. And you can see a little bit of like gold, like silver snow. Even the carrot on the nose, right?
Yeah, so good. Patty says she feels like she's cheating on Fenton.
Well, but Fenton sold a lot of their molds to Mosser. These companies have a relationship. In fact, these two companies are very closely related. There's a lot that go back and forth between these companies. Actually, no, not back and forth. It's pretty much a one-way trip. Things go from Fenton to Mosser. Mosser doesn't add much to the equation. Well, thank you all for your bids. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. I'm just going to put a little bit of black behind it and get my fingers off it so you can see just how pretty it is while I count it down.
It's good.
Yeah, it is really good. I don't know if I'll find another one of these. Amy, did the one you see have the same painting on it?
It did. It had a snowman. Yep, I remember it had a snowman. It had the same base too.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to start that countdown. Active bidders can use it just in case. Yeah, D is right. They sold the molds to Fenton, or to Mosser. Fenton sold the molds. So we're looking for 61 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
It's a good mix, too, with the iridescent bottom and then the frosted top.
And you know what? I really think that cardinal or whatever that red bird there, it's really important for this design because it makes the top and the bottom look like they're together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so there were a lot of just in cases. I see Tammy with 67, Patty with 71. Clean Look with a just in case of 100, but Camellia had her just in case of 100 first. So if I'm seeing this correctly, Camellia, this is yours for $100. Thank you so much. It'll look so good next to your Santa.
You bet. Congratulations. Congrats. All right, Amy.
All right, 24, Jason.
You got it.
All right. If there's some antique postcard people in the house tonight, I love Halloween postcards, but I equally love Christmas pixie postcards, which are very hard to come by. I did find this over the weekend. I'm going to try and get up real close so you can see the detail in this. So it is covered with glitter. Wow. Okay, so this is a postcard printed in Holland. So it's a Dutch postcard. And in particular, the Christmas pixies would help you out on Christmas Eve, decorating your tree and doing little tasks for you around the house to get you ready for Christmas. And so the pixies are helping hang the bulbs and the candles into the tree. Down at the bottom, it does say Vrolijk Kerstfeest, which means Merry Christmas in Dutch. And it is an early 1900s postcard. It is not postmarked on the back, but it is used. And you can see it says printed in Holland back here on the back. You will not find this postcard anywhere online. You won't even find a reference of it online. But I have had the pleasure of seeing this one time at an estate sale. I have seen it before. And so I was very excited to come across this. And it's in very good condition. Hard to find, very hard to find these in particular. There is one other variation with these same little pixies dressed in red. They are just doing a little bit different something. These are the holly pixies. There's one in a Christmas tree as well, but both equally hard to find, especially if you like the imps or the kind of devil style pixies that you see in some of the Halloween postcards. This one is very hard to find. I love it. It's pretty awesome. I did an audible squeal when I found it over the weekend, because you just don't see these. Actually, this particular person that I bought it from had an entire album of pixie and fairy and kind of fantasy postcards to look through. So I was there quite a while, and I did pick out some more springtime ones as well. But very cool. There's just maybe a slight little bend at the corner down here, but otherwise very nice condition. So I'm going to start a countdown on this. Hopefully you guys are seeing the good detail in it. I love the little candle clip that is in here that these guys are trying to get the little candle up into. I love it so much. All right, so we're going to count this down. I see Teresa's in at 26. We're looking for 27 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Amy, now I know how Bill gets so much done. He's got all those pixies around the house doing all the decorating. All that
I know. They decorated, the tree themselves.
Yeah.
They just, climbed in.
They threw themselves on it.
Yeah.
They threw themselves on it. All right. There's a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Stacy, this is coming to you for 35. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
So good. And Karen, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. Thank you. My next item is going to start at $60. These don't come around that often. They did make 2 versions of them. And again, this might take a serious collector. So it is made by Relpo. So it has its original Relpo stamp. And actually, the music box planter that I brought, I should have said in that sale, because when it says that it's a Samson import, that means it's Relpo. They did the importing, and it was Relpo. So this will be the planter I have for the evening from 1964. It is this gorgeous, large-faced Santa. This is probably one of my favorite planters, hands down. And I don't see them that often. They came in 2 versions. One, they did electrify the one, and that's the one I have. But then they also made one like this that has the round bulb-sized nose that mimicked the light bulb in the one that lights up. So there are no chips, no cracks. You can see he is a larger, almost realistic style looking Santa. I think they did such a great job with the detailing on him when it comes to the shading. His measurements are he's 8 inches tall. So he's 8 inches tall. He is 6 inches wide, and then it is 6 inches deep. Okay. Minimal paint wear, maybe one little pin-sized bit of cold paint missing here on his hat. There's a little remnants of the flower foam on the inside right there. But you can see how really crisp and clean this guy is. If you guys love your Japan ceramics and collect Santas, he's a must. Now, mine with the bulb does have a little bit of wear to the gold. So I don't know if that was a manufacturing situation or they intended it to look a little aged, but mine and even the other Santa, because I had sold one with the bulb once before, and it had the same exact kind of wear there to the to the gold tip of his hat. So again, a really, really unique Santa. Did a very good job. You can see the holly, the cold paint's in super good condition. Look at all the detailing they did with the speckling of the gold on there, and then they did some of the gray details to give him a better sort of a look. Even the cold paint on the mouth is very good. Nose is good. Those eyes, and he pairs well with some good Napco Santas. Like he does pair well with some of the mugs.
They're almost a large planter too. That one is one of the bigger ones.
It is. And again, you don't really have to use it as a planter, although I'm under contract to say that you could put a plant in it if you wanted to. But he kind of stands alone. When you sit him like this, if you had him up on a mantle, he's going to really look like a head vase, like a large figurine of sorts. So again, they don't come around that often. We'll wait another moment for the lag. Again, I do realize 60 for a planter is a large, higher starting price, but to find them in this condition, and it is going to take a collector who really wants to add this to their collection. Thank you, Mary. I see you're 60. So we're looking for 61 or more. Let me show you that it does have its original Relpo sticker here on the bottom. It is from 1964. Kind of that sweet spot for ceramics. I think
I've never run across one of these in the wild before ever.
I'm just fortunate that I was able to find him. I have the one that has the bulb that lights up, and actually I sold one that lights up to Mary. Mary bought the second one that I found. And I kind of think they're fun to have two of them. If you really want to represent the one that doesn't light and then the one that does, I think they would look really good together. But I love them both, but we just don't have the room for this guy. So we're going to send him off to a new home and share, and hopefully somebody else can get enjoyment out of him. So he does. You're exactly right. You're right, Karen. So just look at, he does look like he's a little dirty Santa, but he's got a good look to him. They did that. I mean, I love the fact that they did color his beard a little bit, because if
he's
that was
a silver fox Santa.
He is. Oh my gosh, Bill. Hey, it could Bill. It's Bill and a planter. Oh my God, it took me almost. Look at that. He's like, I garden, guys. I garden, and I got a whole house full of pixies.
Bill's leaving. He's not coming back.
It is Bill and a planter. Oh my God, that's so good. Let me count it down. So we're looking for 63 or more. Look, I'm Garden Guy Bill, and I'm a planter. You can put a plant in my head. You could put okay, I'm done. Sorry, I want Bill to come back again. So 63 or more. We're counting it down from 20, 19. Took me a minute, Steele. I got you. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Right now we're looking for 63 or more. Mary, I see her just in case. Thank you so much, Mary. I see Gavin in at 63. Thank you guys so much. He's definitely a unique one. And yeah, Amy, they just don't come around that often. You're really good, buddy. You're going to get a home. So there is the bid end with everybody's just in cases. It looks like it's going to you, Trina, for $71. Congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All righty, Bill.
$10, Jason. And I actually have another one of Bill's cards. But this one was a little bit different than the rest, so I decided to offer it separately. It's another one of those sort of puffy fabric coated cards, but this one was different because there was something mounted on here. This was not here before. I put this on here. There was something mounted in the center here because there were a couple little holes where a string would have gone to hold something. And the more I looked at it, the more I realized there are these two punched out holes at the top, which makes me wonder if maybe this came with a necklace.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because there definitely was something mounted in the middle. And then, the chain probably went through these holes. At least that's what I think. So I decided just to pair it with a brooch that sort of looks like a gold poinsettia, which I think is super pretty. It does come off. It's just kind of stuck in there. But I think it makes a nice little display like this because without the brooch, it sort of looked like a blank front. It looked like something was missing. And the more I looked at it, I realized there was a gift that came along with this. And this card is made by a company called Paramount. And this is the card that Bill sent to his sweetheart in 1952. So there's a tape residue here. And that makes me think that there was like a chain or something that came through the front and it was taped here to hold it. So my guess is this was a gift card and actually had a real gift attached to it. It's the same size as the other ones. It's about 10 inches tall and 8 inches across. It has its original box, both the bottom and the front. This one is in great condition. No staining, no nothing. It's just in really good condition. And again, the brooch is removable. It does come off. So it's kind of like you get a little second thing with it. I'm not going to even bother to tell you anything about this brooch other than it is gold. It has 5 petals. There's a little faux pearl in the middle and a clasp on the back. You got all the information from me about jewelry that I know. Oh, and it's like 2 inches tall, 2 inches in size. That's all I know. That's all I know about it. So let me see if I can remount it in a way that looks presentable. See how easy it goes in?
Looks good.
So cool. All right, I'm going to count it down if anyone else is interested in my extensive knowledge of the jewelry world. In fact, someone on YouTube even said I say the word wrong.
What?
I say jewelry, but I guess it's supposed to be jewelry.
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess it's tomato, right?
It was a comment on one of my YouTube videos.
Really?
Now I'm second guessing how I say it because I don't know.
Jewelry. Do I actually say something right? I say jewelry. Wow, I think I actually say it right. Okay.
Jewelry. That's what I say. I think that's
jewelry.
They were telling me that was wrong.
Isn't jewelry how it's spelled?
Yes. Thank you.
Jewel.
Anyway, let me count it down. We're looking for 11 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes.
Yeah. Is it poinsettia or poinsettia?
It's poinsettia.
Right.
Poinsettia.
We always said poinsettia.
You just ignore the I that's there, right?
Sure. The I is silent, though.
Silent, yeah.
Welcome to the English language, right?
Oh, it's funny. William says in Texas they say jewelry jury.
Oh.
Jury.
Okay.
Congratulations, William. This one's coming to you as well. Thank you.
It's a tomato thing.
I don't know if I say jewelry or jewelry. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about it too much. All right, $40. All right, so I do have a large. This is Arnart, made by Arnart. It does have the crossing arrow stamps down here at the bottom. There would have been probably a foil sticker indicating Arnart on the bottom. That is no longer there. And these kind of particular Arnart deer, I have several of this style of deer in my personal collection, but this with the little base like this, there is a series of these where there's either the deer, there's a little skunk, or there's a little rabbit that's perched on the little stump or the little rock that is there. And pretty good condition. There is some paint scratching. These are all 100% airbrush cold paint. So they are a little prone to scratching. I have never really run across very many of these that don't have some sort of paint scratching to them. Now, I will say that there are some chips to the little flowers at the bottom. Again, I thought that was kind of, I could overlook that. The fact that these particular like double figurines, if you will, are a little bit harder to come by. Most of the paint scratching, I will say, probably is on like Mama's legs there on the back. There's a little bit on the baby and probably a little bit in the grass. But really that's about it. There's no chips to the rest of it besides the little missing flower petals, but even those are pretty hard to see in there. This one at the back, there is a petal that's like totally missing. But there's a little chip out of this one as well. Spaghetti applied, little paint scratching. I love the little baby. I love how they paint the eyelashes on these deer.
You know, and every time I see these, almost all the paint is gone, worn off, scratched off. They look almost white, sort of what you're saying.
And this one you could totally like put a wreath. You could tie a ribbon. You could do a scarf. You could make it more Christmassy, but because it's got the flowers and the grass kind of in there, that can carry into springtime as well. So like the deer that is on my sticker, this one's huge. This one's much, much larger than this one, but same style of deer, just a different maker. There's probably about 6 different makers that made these big-eyed deer, but this one is Arnart, and it does measure 6 1/4 by 7 inches tall. So that's the size there. All right, I'm not seeing any interest in these. That's all right. We'll move them along and bring them back at the recap.
All right, we'll just
you have a bid.
Gavin, I see the lag. All right, there it is. We're looking for 41. I'm going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I could see that with a bunch of glass trees around it, or a bunch of bottlebrush trees.
Those green glass trees would look really pretty with that. All right, there's the bid end, and it looks like the deer are coming to Canada. Thank you so much.
All right, so $30, and you're going to get all 3 of these. You're going to get all 3 of these, shopping girls. I believe when these were sold, you could have picked them out separately and mixed and matched, but I found them together, so we are going to keep them together. So $30. Let me show you before we get into it. They each have a little made in Japan sticker on the bottom. So there you can see a little made in Japan, and they are all just about 4 inches tall. So you're going to get all 3 of these shopping girls for one money. I love their eyes. I love the way these are painted. There's a little bit of glare, so that's not paint wear in the eyes. So you have this first one. She has her holly muff with her hands keeping warm. Then we have the middle one in green. She has her candle. And then we have the one over here, which is the cute little girl carrying her presents. So you'll get all 3 of them for one money, $30 if there's, okay. And then let me show you. This was the third one I showed you there. You can see that the cold paint is all there in the eyes. She has her little polka dot present and her little striped present. Really, really cute. You can see the gold details in the holly. And they even gave a little bit of green detail down there to the tassel on the bottom of her hat. So let's spin it around so you can see. These are really cute. Like I was even saying with Amy's deer, that you could put them with a Bottlebrush tree. Have some shopping girls, mix these in with your Lefton shopping girls. So you're going to get all 3 of them for $30. That was the one of them that is part of the little set here. Then you have her.
I thought she was holding on to like strawberry shortcake or
see,
a dessert of some sort. I never saw a candle before you said that.
Okay. No. Well, hey, now maybe I want to
see. I don't know.
Maybe I want to see strawberry shortcake now. Maybe you know what she's carrying? She's carrying a Mama Pam cupcake on a plate. Hey, that's what that is.
There it is.
So she's got a Mama Pam cupcake, and she's really look. I love how they gave her a little red mitten that she's wearing, and then they even made sure to make sure the red mitten was there. Her green cold paint is phenomenal. So is the back of the hat, and then hopefully it's reading there. There's just a little faint. Shannon 32, Lisa 35. There's a little faint green mixed in there on the bottom. And then, of course, the first one I showed you has a little bit of the minty green details on the bottom. And then the other one that you're getting in the set is so cute. She's like a little caroler. She's got her hands in her little hand warmer, her little muff there with her holly on the front. And again, we have the minty green on the bottom, and the cold paint is just fantastic. All of them have the little red made in Japan sticker. And they did I sold another set of these during the Christmas marathon, Metal Girls back in at 38, which was a complete, they were all doing different things, and I forget what color they were. So like I said, I think the company made Lisa's in at 40. I think the company made just multiple ones, and you could probably go up on the shelf and mix or match however you wanted. So 41 or more, let's go ahead and count them down. Metal Girl, I see you're 43. I'll highlight that in a moment. But you're going to get all 3 of them. We are doing just in case. Let's count them down. We're looking for 44 or more. Now we're looking for 45 or more. And you're going to get them all, counting them down from 15, 20, 19. Where's my counting? 15, 14, 13, 12. I keep wanting to do 20. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Going to sit them down. Thank you all. I see all your bids. We got Lisa in at 45, Metal Girl at 46. Then we have Antiques for You at 55. We had a just in case of 52, and we have Metal Girl with a just in case. Antiques for You is in at 63. And again, you're going to get all 3 of the girls right before the bid end. So thank you all for the bids. The highest bid I see before the bid end is Lori. Congratulations, Lori. They're all 3 coming to you for $63. And thank you all for all the other bids. We appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty, Bill.
They were cute.
I love
$42, Jason. I have one more piece of ruby glass, and it is Viking as well. And it is in a very common shape. We see this shape quite a bit. This little sort of low rose bowl with the 3 feet on it. This is in the hobnail pattern, which in a minute I'll tell you that it's not something we see all the time. But this is got an incredible concentration of cadmium in it all over the place. Deep down into those crevices between the hobnails, we see a ton of that cadmium. So on its own, and this is oftentimes when you go into the stores, you'll see it like this. But many of you know, this is actually one of Viking's, what they call a flower light. It's actually meant to be a flower frog. Unfortunately, quite frequently, we don't have the frog that comes with it. And if you do see a frog inside, it's usually the wrong one. The correct flower frog is this one, and it actually is coming with it. It has all of the places for the flowers on the outside and a larger a larger impression or depression on the inside, which does not go all the way through to hold a candle. So that's why it's called a flower light. The flowers go on the outside and a candle goes on the inside. And it sits right down in nicely into the bowl. And I thought for Christmas, how cool would this be to have one of your really special candles, maybe a lucite candle, maybe a beautiful wax candle with a lot of detail on it, and then surround it. Use the flower frog holes to put mercury glass picks in.
Ooh,
nice would that be?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be super pretty?
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing to know about this, a lot of you have probably seen flower lights before, but most often what we see the ones from the Epic line, which are smooth glass. There's no detail. There's no dimension on them. These hobnail ones are more unusual. They're ones that are just a bit more special than the others. And again, with the concentration of cadmium in this, if you like the glow, because it is a flower light, that's a nice special thing too. No chips or cracks. I have a bunch of flower lights that don't have the inserts, but to get an insert with it is kind of a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. And there are nine holes for either your stems, whatever stems you put in there, and then the one candle hole. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, let me just actually tell you the size, though. They're all the same size. They're 4 inches tall to the top of the flower frog. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. So this is the Viking flower light in the ruby. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And Dusty Moose is right. You could actually take the flower frog off, use it as a rose bowl. So you can put a votive in there. You can put a string of lights in there. You can put a string of lights in there and then put the top back on and get a. I wonder if they make little strings of black lights. How cool would that be?
I think they do. I don't know if it'd be bright enough.
They have candle like votives and black lights, but I don't know about fairy lights.
That would be cool. So thank you for your bids, everyone. Karen, there's your bid end. Nikki, you didn't need your just in case. This is yours for $42. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy.
$12, Jason.
Got it.
All right, so I have this cutie pie. So this is a little Christmas birdie, and this is made by Lefton. It does have Lefton stamping there on the bottom. They did a whole series of these particular little birds at Christmas time, all in little different clothing or poses. And they also did a larger planter that kind of coordinates with it as well. But this is a little brown birdie. It's a little girl birdie. She's got her fun little fancy hat, and she's got her little muff to keep her wingies warm. I love these. Look at the little birdie legs just hanging out. I can't. I love these. I don't see them super often. I don't believe that there's any chipping to her. Now she is, I wouldn't call her bisque, although part of her is bisque, but she's more of that satin kind of finish on most of her. So she doesn't have the high glaze, but there is, they did do a little bit high glaze on the eyes to just kind of give it more lifelike shimmer to the eyes. But everything else is fired on. No cold paint to have to worry about on these. Really good condition. So measurement for the bird is 2 1/4 wide by 3 1/2 inches tall. Super cute.
Can I just point out an irony here? I love this, by the way. When muffs were popular in Victorian times, what did they stuff them with in order to keep people warm?
Down feathers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe hers is stuffed with polyfill, Bill. We'll just imagine that it's not stuffed with feathers this time. Or, I mean, a lot of the outsides, although a lot of the outsides were either ermine or muskrat. something like that. On
she's keeping her wings warm with the whole woodland that didn't survive.
Yes.
With her Aunt Millie.
The circle of life, Bill. The circle of life. All right. So I see Metal Girls in at 12. Thank you so much. I'm going to count her down. We still have a few rounds to get to tonight. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen this figurine before. This is so
really
so
There's
good.
Like 6 or 8 of these.
No, never.
There's Boys, Girl, and Christmas Birds.
Oh my
All
God.
right, Jason, I'll have to show you. I'll have to show you some of the other ones. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Metal Girl, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Bill, you're such a hoot. $15 choice. And this time of the year, I love to bring out my milk glass. So I have 2 different size and different looking. Now, I've been holding on to these for a while because you don't find these that look this way this often. So it's going to be choice, and it would help if I highlighted it. $15 choice on the Fenton milk glass bud vases. And you can see right out the gate that they're shorter than you normally find, and their mouths are a little different. So they are pre-1971. None of them have a stamp on the bottom, and they're going to start at $15 choice. The first one is just 7.5 inches tall. So if you guys are doing like a display and you need different sizes, this is going to be a size that you don't see all that often. So you can see there's the mouth, there's the gorgeous milk glass, and the hobnails. And again, sometimes I think in the earlier years of Fenton, the hobnails were a little more pronounced. And this one is a rounded bottom. Sometimes they did the flowered bottom, but this one is a round bottom. In very good shape. You guys could put, just a little Mercury sprig coming out of it, whatever you want. And let me grab my black board here just so you guys can see how great that is. So $15, it is a Fenton Bud milk vase, and this one measures just at 7.5 inches tall. Again, a very unique size in the Bud vases. And then this one is a 9 inch, and that one has a very mid-century kind of mouth to it. And this one has a little less defined hobnails on the bottom. It is a round base. It is not marked Fenton in here. Let me just make sure. Nope, I didn't feel anything. So that means it's prior to 1971. So these are probably 1960s style bud vases. But again, if you want different sizes, if you have a larger one, you could put the smaller one, which is 7.5 inches in the front, and you could just make a nice little gathering. And these look great on a mantle. They look good mixed in with your ruby red, your emerald greens for this time of the year. And they're just sweet and darling. And like I said, I try to seek out the ones that don't seem to be so, I try to seek out the ones that are sort of unique, the ones that are not the ones that you just see all the time. So to find one at 7.5 inches tall is a little more difficult, and especially one with the round bottom, not the scalloped or the flowered bottom. And then this kind of a mouth is really fun and mid-century and unique too. And this one has the round bottom in case you wanted 2 of them, and it measures about 9 inches tall. But I'm not seeing any interest on these, and that's okay. I'll bring these back in the recap. But if anybody was interested, they're just $15 each. They are both Fenton milk glass, great for Christmas, great for out through your Julys and into the Valentine's Day to mix with the ruby red and things of the different colored glass. But we are going to keep it moving and bring these back in the recap. All right, Bill.
So I have my...
Just wait 1 second, Bill. Sorry. Nikki, I see you in at 15. So let's start a countdown on these. Nikki is in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. It is on choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just looking for that bid end. And then, Nikki, let me know if you wanted the large one or the small one. And you can take both, and it doesn't look like you're going to get bid against. Thank you, Karen. So, Nikki, let me know which one or ones you wanted. This one will be small. That one will be large. Small or large, and they're 15 each, and we're going to keep trucking. All right, Bill?
So I have a mystery box tonight that I put together, and it is this little thing in a Lofts Candies box with these 2 little pixie knee huggers on the outside, because that's a little bit of a hint of what's on the inside. So I'm going to start this at $1 if anyone is interested. $1.
Okay. You woke us all up. You got us. Yeah.
I lost track counting the number of things that are inside, around 35 or so. So there are more than that. And at least 15 to 20 of them are pixies, different sorts of pixies, knee huggers, ornaments, pixies. I kind of pick some from the tree, put them in the box. And as you can see, the box is actually so stuffed that I couldn't close it. Luckily, the plastic wrapping keeps
Bill,
it.
You're loving that shrink wrap, aren't you?
I am. I'm so addicted to it. And all of this up here is your fault, Amy, because I saw you do that bow that one day. It was so amazing. So there's ephemera in here. There are kitschy Christmas cards. There are Victorian cards. There are candy cupcake picks. There are just regular ornaments, felt ornaments, all vintage, some beaded ornaments. What else is in there? Just a lot of pixies. There's a lot of pixies in here. It's a pixie starter kit. And then, of course, these two bigger knee huggers on the outside. They come with it. I'm not going to cut them off before I send it. And then the box itself, while it's a box, it's pretty gorgeous. This is actually from the Loft Candy Company. It says Happy Holidays behind the pixies, and it's in really good condition. There's no damage to the box. I learned that Loft was the world's biggest manufacturer of chocolates and candies in the 1920s. So yeah, they were overtaken by some other companies in the 30s, but at one point they were the world's largest company making candies. And this is clearly a box from somewhere in the mid-century, just based on these gorgeous ornaments.
Bulbs are excellent. Love it.
So whoever ends up with this, when you cut the plastic off, the box is going to pop open. That's really just how chock full it is. I kept seeing a little space, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to put something there. I'm going to put something there. So
that's what happens when I do those too.
Yeah, I just lost track. But you can count on a whole bunch of different pixies, mostly ornaments, mostly felt, almost all Japan ornaments. So the box itself is big. It's 10 inches top across, 10 inches across, and it varies in width because it's not fully closed. And then I just did, those are actually vintage picks too. They are hot glued, but you can take them off the plastic pretty easily and reuse those. Hopefully you will. The back is pretty nondescript, just a little bit of a rub mark over here. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and count down. If anyone else is interested, now is the time. Thank you, Tammy. That's very sweet. So we're looking for 56 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And I forgot to mention, I did meet my obligation with Amy tonight. There is a pixie riding a deer, a blow molded deer on the inside. You have to trust me.
If we can't see it though.
But you have to trust me. I brought a deer. It's in there. It's in there. So there is the bid end. Oh, goodness. Thank you, everyone. So with Peppermint Patty 75, Sherry, this is yours for $76. Thank you so much. I hope you love it.
And Patty, I don't know how you still have a mystery box that you haven't opened yet. That would kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 32, Jason. All right. Here is my planter for the evening. I'm fulfilling my bill obligation here tonight. So this is the NAPCO Christmas Angel planter. She may look familiar to you. I did have the figurine version of her last Monday. And so she is the same as the figurine. So she is the one that has the Merry Christmas, the blessing, and the joy on her little gifts there that she's carrying. But this is the planter version. Pretty good condition. There's no notable chips that I can find on this piece. No missing spaghetti. Not really any paint scratching in the red cold paint. I think this was just how it was applied back here because there's a brush stroke there. Really nice shape. There is crazing present in the piece. It does date to the 50s. So I believe she is in really, really nice condition for her age, for sure. Again, like there's no broken off spaghetti or anything notable. She does have her NAPCO foil sticker and numbered there on the bottom. So that's the sizing there. It's not a super large planter. I think you could probably, I don't have one handy, but you could probably put a greeting card here in the back of the planter. I think it's wide enough for maybe like a smaller greeting card or a tall, skinny kind to prop up in there. You could totally put some bottle brush trees in there as well. She measures 5 by 3 by 4.5. All right, so that's the sizing there for her. I love these Napco Shopper Girls, especially the angel ones. I love these. And I'd never come across the planter version of this before. It's usually just the figurines or the larger angel that I come across, but not the planter. So I really like that.
Amy, these are so fun to actually fill that void with bottle brush trees, because then I think it looks like a scene. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And that she's standing in front of a giant present. I really like that too.
She's so good. I don't know that I've ever seen this planter either. Like the one figurine you brought, but her in front of the present like this.
Mm-hmm. So there is another planter in front of the present like this. It just has the boy angel in front of it. I actually sold that planter. I can't remember earlier a few sales ago. I had the boy version, but this is the girl version of it. And she does have 2 figurines that match her as well. Lisa, I see you're 32. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 33 or more. I'm going to count it down. Lisa, I do encourage you to use that just in case. All right. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit end. So yeah, a postcard, maybe a little bit bigger than a postcard, would fit there in the back. Cool ephemera, like photograph. You could totally put a photograph in there too. Oh, yeah. All right, Metal Girl, I see you're 34. Thank you so much. Right before Karen's bid end. All right, Lisa, your 35 came in after the bid end. All right, so Metal Girl, this is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All righty, guys. And thank you all for hanging out with us. If you are not subscribed to Amy or Bill, we made it really easy. The links to their YouTube channels and their Instagram accounts and any other platforms that they're on is right down below. All you have to do is click it and follow them. Please give us a thumbs up for the video. All the interaction helps. And please make sure you're subscribed to Mother Tuckers. I greatly appreciate it. So I have a ceramic here, $15. And I try to grab what I think are really different music boxes. And this one is a Schmitz music box. And if you ever wondered what Santa does at night while he's dropping off the presents, he's playing with your little train that's under the tree. So look how mid-century that tree looks. It's very narrow, very thin. And you have Santa here with his blue eyes. There's no cold paint loss. He's playing with a train, and I love that the train tracks. And when you rub your fingers over it, it's actually dimensional. Like they actually put some texture there on the base there, so it feels like a train track. And then you have Santa here, and then I love the fact that you have this cute, it's either a little reindeer or it's a little dog with faux reindeer antlers on his head. So again, it is a Schmitz music box, and it does play, but I don't know. I think it's Silent Night.
You're giving us a full view of Santa's rear.
Sorry, Santa's got a little thick badunkadunk on him back there in the rear end. So I think it's Silent Night, and it does play a little slow, but he does have very Holt Howard-y kind of, Napco-y kind of face to him. He's even got his little hat bent backwards. It's definitely a very unique music box. It measures 7 inches tall, and if I can show you, you'll see the paper label right under there. It says Schmitz, made in Japan. And there's actually how they stamped it on the wood. And again, the music box does play a little bit slow, but honestly, I don't think we buy these to listen to them. I think we buy them more for what's on top. So I see your bid steal. Thank you, Lisa. I did see your 18 steals in at 19. Here are some of the presents under the tree. And then all of the candy canes, the cold paint, they're in very, very good condition. And then we have a star up here on the top, and this measures 7 inches tall. So 7 inches tall. And again, I love the fact that we got like a little doggy. I'm assuming it's a dog with faux Antlers on. Santa's playing with the train. He's got a lot to do, but he's going to play with your train. So we're looking for 20 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. The music box does play slow. It is made by Schmitz, and it is stamped Japan. So it's probably from the 1960s. So looking for 20 or more. You can use it just in case if you're an active bidder. So let's count him down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love the colorful train in very primary style colors. Santa's good. It's a real high gloss too. A real quality music box. Super cute. It's going to look really good with all your other figurines. Just love it. So there is the bid end. So the last bid is Steel. So Steel, congratulations. It's coming to you for $19. Alrighty, Bill.
$16, Jason. And I have ceramics as well. I have a pair of really sweet candle huggers with 3 bells on them. And they are in great condition. I do not know the manufacturer. I did a lot of research on these. Nobody said who they were. They're just marked Japan on the back. There is a very similar pair made by Lefton, but these are not the Lefton candle huggers. Amy? Yeah.
Got me, Bill.
Yeah,
I was going to say Commodore.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
I'm with William.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might be a guess. Yeah. But Red Japan's stamp on the back. In really good condition. As you can see, there is some rubbing on them on the back. That usually happens when hot wax falls onto ceramic. But the fronts are in really great condition. No chips or cracks, no repairs. A lot of times these little candle hugger rings on the back get damaged. In really good condition with the paint. Just sweet little candle huggers if you're looking for something to pair with a set of candle holders that you already have. Just going to display them this way so you can get a sense of what they might look like on my fingers, which are candles, right? And they are they're not a bad size for they're a little bit bigger than a lot of the candle huggers that I have in my own collection. They're just over 2 inches tall. And if you're missing, like, especially with your Holt Howard candle holders, if you're missing the huggers that go along with them, it's great just to have sort of a very Christmassy generic sort of scene to put with them until you find the ones that match your set. But super good. All right, we still have quite a few rounds, everyone. Actually, we have this round plus 1, 2, 3 more. So I'm going to move it along. Right now we're looking for 17 or more on the pair of candle huggers, not for choice. They're the pair. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So William says they are Commodore. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I love being able to, whenever I can put together the candle holders and the candle huggers that are supposed to go together, I love it. I've done it for 2 Holt Howard sets in the past. So fun. So congratulations, William. They will be reunited. They are coming to you.
awesome.
That's a great story. I love that.
All right, 28, Jason.
All
right. This piece I did not get to when we had the Christmas marathon sale. We didn't get to him, so he's coming tonight. Now, this is a Joseph Originals music box. A little bit harder to find in the Christmas ones. Most often it's the choir boys that we see for the Christmas ones singing. They have some other Santa ones as well. But he's jamming out on his lute, guitar, whatever that is supposed to be. Who knows what he's singing? And then the dog is even chiming in and singing along down here at the bottom. We do have a faded Joseph Original foil sticker here present on the back. Now it does work, but it plays slow, and it plays Deck the Halls. So I tried. I think maybe it just needs some oil. I usually don't like to take the music boxes apart, but if you're handy, you could probably figure that out. But
well, he's jamming out pretty good there, Amy.
yeah, he was jamming out a little bit. But as he winds down, it gets slower and slower. I did notice that it doesn't continuous. You just kind of have to, and he will every once in a while. If you're walking fast past him, he'll chime a little bit. Every once in a while. I did notice that up here because I had him behind me on the shelf for a long time. But yes, he does play Deck the Halls. No chips on him. He's very, very nice condition. As you can imagine, there's a lot of spots for some damage to occur on him. He's really, really nice condition. There is crazing, most notably down on the snow, and a little bit like on the brim of the hat up here. But really, really nice condition. I love the expression on his face. Joseph Originals are some of my favorite ceramics, for sure, because of all the detail that they put in their pieces. But it is a larger one. It does measure 9 3/4 inches tall by 5 inches wide. So that's the size in there. It's a nice large, definitely can give some more height to the background of something like that. You know, you could just have him singing away in a forest of bottlebrush trees. I think he's really awesome.
It could be a mandolin. Everyone's asking if you think it's a mandolin. It might.
I think it's a mandolin. I think maybe it's a little exaggerated for a mandolin. I think it's a lot longer.
Yep.
It looks more like an Indian style guitar to me.
Right.
But I definitely think it's a lute. I don't think it's quite wide enough to be an actual guitar, but
yeah, he's got good quads.
Yeah, he does.
All right, so it's finally winding down. So once it gets down to you can kind of hear the gears a little bit once it's finally slowing down. But I'm not seeing any interest in him. He does have good legs. I don't see any interest in him. That's all right. We'll bring him back at the recap.
All right, we'll wait a minute for the lag. My next round, I'm going to get through real quick. It's going to be choice at $12. Choice at $12. And I have some of these putt style snowmen. Did you get a bid? Did I miss something? Wait, I see Helen.
Tucked in there. All right, Helen, we're counting it down for you. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
He mimics the Joseph Pixies that they made. Do you know what I mean? He's got that same kind of look. Yep.
All right. Coming home to you, Helen. All right. Thank you so much.
Wow, Helen, you got an Amy original song as well.
Congratulations, Helen. That's good. That's a good score. All right. $12 choice, and these are on the Putts style snowmen, and I love these, and I have 2 of them in my own collection, and they kind of sprayed these styrofoam pellets on them and then adorned them in mercury glass beads. Guys, if this doesn't speak mid-century kitsch to you, I don't know what does. So they're all similar. The first one, he's just a little rounder than the other ones. His nose is just missing a little bit of the some of the coating on the top. Okay, so that's the only condition issue with him. But then they also gave them each a little pipe cleaner scarf on them, and then they adorned them with little pipe cleaner mouths, and then each one has like a little faux style little broom in their hands. So Trina, thank you. I see you in at 15, and it is going to be on choice. So this will be your first one. And then some of them do have the Japan stamped on the bottom. Some of them don't. None of these 2 do. None of them do. Well, there might be a faint. Maybe there was a Japan sticker. But usually they're either stamped or they had a little paper label on the bottom. And these look good in front of your bottle brush trees. They look good with larger putts houses. They look good in front of your figurines. They are just fantastic. And they measure just about 3 inches tall, okay? So we're going to do a countdown on these, and what we're going to do is once you pick which ones you want, this one we're going to call Wear because there's wear to his nose. This one is blue because both of his eyes are blue, and this one's going to be dark blue because he's got one dark blue and one light blue eye. So counting down, we're looking for 16 or more, and we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. Trina is the high bid, looking for 16, counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one bid end. A lot of times when I find these, all the little mercury balls are missing, all the styrofoam's falling off. These are in pretty good vintage condition. So this guy will be where, this guy will be blue, and this guy will be dark blue. And you can take a variation. So one more time, thank you so much. Trendolin, you had the high bid at 15. This guy, if you want him, he'll be known as where. This one will be blue.
All three.
All three. Thank you so much. They're going to look good together. All right, Bill.
All right. $10 for choice, and I have some more ephemera. I have two actually different copies of The Night Before Christmas on linen. They're both linen-like. In fact, the one actually says linen-like on the front. I've never seen that before. So this Night Before Christmas, the really colorful one, I love the images on this. They're both 13 inches by 9.5. This one is a 1961 Merrill book, Night Before Christmas book, and the images are just fantastic in this book. I mean, look at all these toys on the bottom. Yeah, it is really good. And the back is Santa kind of on the roof. Yeah, look at that. But I mean, every single page in this is remarkable. I mean, this is how they tell the story. Each page has two segments of the story, and each page has two different images.
So good.
Yeah, so it's really, really a good book. And there's no child did anything naughty in this book. It's just in really good condition.
Is that kind of raised a little bit? The way the graphics is, it looks like it's raised off the page a little bit. Or is that just the way the camera's?
It's a linen-like, so there it has
yeah.
texture, but I wouldn't say it's raised.
Okay.
But super good. So this is the 1961 Night Before Christmas. I also have one that's a bit older from 1935, and this one is a Whitman Night Before Christmas. Now, this one does have two condition issues I would point out. The cover folder part is separated from the remainder of the book. So just know that that's the case, but it's from 1935. And in one area, somebody wrote Aunt Lou's name up at the top. It's in pencil. I guess you could try to remove it if you want. I wouldn't, because I just think it's beautiful. And it's a totally different look of a Santa, right? Mm-hmm. This is definitely an older look for a Santa. The images are different. What you have is the story on one side and image on the other, but the same size with really beautiful full color graphics. So two different of the same story to choose from, sort of an earlier one and then a mid-century one. Yeah, I think they're both great.
That T and that star, the way they dotted the I on that 1960s one, so good. Great. So awesome. Love those colors.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love this. I love that. That's that blue and red combination of that piece that I love so much.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 21 or more. Mike has the high bid at 20, and this is for choice. Active bidders can use it just in case. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And we're just going to claim them by saying 1960s or 1930s. 1960s, 1930s.
Which Santa do you like better, Bill? The 30s Santa they're showing there or the 60s Santa?
They're not the same. You can't compare them.
Yes, you come on. Oh my gosh.
You can't compare them. All right. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. Katie, you had the high bid. Let me know if you would like 1960s or 1930s. Then Mike, you're back up, and then Pam. And then I'll just watch the comments since it's only 3 bidders.
Okay. All right.
1960s, 1930s. So Katie's got 1960s. So Mike, if you wanted 1930s, let me know. And if not, Pam, you're back up.
All right. See, I was just going to say, Bill should have said 1950s Santa instead of picking 30s or 60s.
Either one. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Amy.
$10
to the publication date.
Oh, okay. I did. You're right, Bill. You're right.
All right, I have a book too. I think I had this book last year, and it's awesome. I can't believe I found another one. But this is the favorite Christmas songs and stories. I absolutely love the everything about this book. I love it. The displayability and the colors and the graphics, So good. So the original printing date was 1953. This is the 1970 printing of this book. So we've got the night before Christmas. I almost said the nightmare before Christmas in the front. And it is the 1970 printing. It does say that right down at the bottom. So originally from 1953, but this is the 1970 printing. But I love everything about this book. It's in really, really good condition. So there's stories in here. There's also songs in here as well. There's, Jingle Bells. Let me get to, I love this one, Santa Claus's Workshop, with all the elves and the toys and everything going on. Love the illustration style of this one. There's some more songs. Really, really cute. I love this angel page here. Christmas in the Heart. I love that angel illustration and all of the bulbs. So good. So good mid-century stuff in here. If you've not seen this one before. It doesn't come around super often, so I was very happy to run across another copy of it. The fir tree. So there's different stories and songs that go throughout. This is another one of my favorites, The Animals Christmas, the little story. The animals dancing around the Christmas tree in the forest. Super cute. You could build a whole display around that one. Deck the halls. I saw 3 ships come sailing in. Tiny Tim's Christmas. I'm in a sing-songy mood tonight, I guess.
Oh, you are.
There's the Nativity. And the last one is the 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, I love that illustration.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good mix of 50s, 60s all in one.
Yeah, all of the 7 Swans of Swimming, 10 Lords of Leaping, all of them are there. And then the cool graphic on the back. I love that. That alone to build something around, I love that. Yeah. So it is a hardcover book. It does measure 8.5 by 11. We're going to count it down. Stacy's in at 11. We're looking for 12 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I remember you selling the other one last year, but in your preview, I don't know why I thought this was a new book. But now it makes sense because of it being the hardcover. Yeah.
All right, there's a bid end from Karen. So Stacy was at 11. Robin came in there with a just in case of 25. So Robin's going to take it for 12. Stacy, or just in case, came in after the bid end. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I don't have books, but I have records, and you're going to get all 3 of these for one money. There's one slight condition issue, but you're going to get all 3 of these children 45 records. And of course, with them being, child records, and these are all paper, there is some bending to them. The records have been played, but there's no major wear to them. And these are probably from the early 60s on all of them. So you're going to get all 3 of these for $15, and they roughly measure, the sleeves roughly measure 7 by 7. So these make great little pieces of decor. You can pop them into a flower frog. You could play them, and they do make great backgrounds if you want to decorate with. So the first one you're going to get all of these for $15. You get Santa Claus is Coming to Town. He's belting it away there on his instrument with these cute deer singing away. Thank you, Patty. I see you're 15. I love these deer. And then, he was belting away on his tuba while the 2 reindeer were singing here in the background. And then on the flip side, you have Jolly Old St. Nicholas. So these are Peter Pan. This one is a Peter Pan record. I love that Santa too. So $15. This is your first one. The second one I'll show you, I'm calling this a condition issue because somebody put one of these little labels on from like the 50s or 60s. So if you're able to get that off, but I kind of lifted it a little and it looks like it's going to tear some of the jacket. So I would leave it because I actually think it looks kind of cute, seeing that it is. This one is a really sought after cover because of the little bugs on here that are singing. It is the Chipmunk song, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's either that or they sing. whatever. I forget what it is. But again, the records are in very good shape, and the records are very decorative as well. That one is pressed on the Cricket label, and it is "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." Oh, that's right. This one also has the little cricket on the record. So you can see the little tiny cricket on the record. And this one is the Chipmunk song on here. And again, you can see they're in very good condition. There's no major gouges or scratches. So this one, again, even if you find it on the album cover, it's always been a very collectible one because of those kitschy little bugs sitting there on the tree singing "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." So we're looking for 16 or more. You're going to get all 3 of these. And then the last one is you're going to get I'm Getting Nuttin' for Christmas. I love the blue and the red, sort of like what Bill said earlier. And then I love that Santa. He's very ornament face, like his face is very ornament styled, and he's very Holt Howardy kind of Santa. And this one is a Peter Pan record as well. And again, these sleeves are in very good condition. A lot of times they split out because the records rip them, but they just have the normal bend. So we're with Patty still at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. And again, you're going to get all 3 of these 45s dating from the late 50s into the 60s. So counting down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And these were duplicates that came out of my collection. So they were with me for a little bit here. So just waiting on that bidding again. Karen G, thank you so much for being our bid ender. Patty, you didn't need it. They are yours for 15, and we're going to keep motoring. Not too many more rounds. All right, Bill.
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick claim round, actually. So I'm going to show an item, and after I describe it, I'm going to say what the price is. And if anyone is interested in claiming the item, I'm also going to show you a letter of a Scrabble tile. The first person to type that letter in, if anyone's interested, receives the item. And I have another Santa, but this one's a bigger one. He's a full foot tall. He is also a blow mold with a great plastic face. His beard is in pretty good shape, just a little bit of life. His little tassel is still at the top, but it's probably seen better days. But I love him because he looks kind of worn. He's a white boot Santa. He is not a Harold Gale this time, I can guarantee. I know that at least. And what's really interesting about him is his arms move. So I'm guessing he's a doll mold with a Santa face on it. But really super cute. And for me, he's been hanging out in a stocking for a couple of years. I think he's the perfect guy to pop down in a stocking in your display, but he does have flat feet, so he does stand. So if anyone is interested, I'm going to say what the price is and then tell you a letter. If anyone's interested, the first person to type the letter gets the claim. If no one's interested, he'll come back at the recap. So he's going to be $24 if anyone is interested, and the first person to type the letter K. If anyone is interested, type the letter K, and the first K that comes in, this guy goes to.
He's a face I've never seen before, Bill.
Yeah, isn't he fun?
He's different.
I really do like that face, and I love the mustache. It's nice and big. All right, Robin, he is yours. Thank you so much.
All right, Miss Amy.
All right, $10, Jason.
You got it.
And I'll do a quick claim for my last item,
Okay.
but we'll do these first. So these are Lefton Christmas tree. These are salt and pepper shakers, and they are good shape, no chips. They do both have stoppers present on the bottom. They are those kind of rubber stoppers. Those do tend to harden and kind of shrink and crackle over time. They look like they're pretty good shape, but if you do plan on using these, I would definitely replace them with corks. If you don't like the Noel on the front, you can turn them around to the back, and then they're just little decorated Christmas trees. You can see one has 2 holes, one has 3 holes, little gold star and little gold accents at the bottom of each one. There is a coordinating little tidbit tree, so it's a taller tree that has holes in it that you can stick toothpicks in for your cheese cubes and whatnot that coordinate with these shakers as well. Measurement for these guys is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. There is just some crazing present on the white at the base, but no chips. All right, I see Lisa's in at 10. Thank you so much. Clean Look, I just saw you pop in at 15. So we're looking for 16 or more. I'm going to count them down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it. Lisa, I see you're 16. Thank you so much.
These are actually fun shakers to use.
Yeah. They're not huge either, which I like. Easy to pass. All right. There's the bid end from Karen. All right. So Clean Look came in there with a 20 right before Karen's bid end. Lisa, your just in case came in after. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. I'm going to do a quick claim on my next item. So it'll be a quick claim on my next item. Highlight that. It's going to be choice on new old stock ornaments. Okay. And these are the flocked ones. And these are the first generation of flocked ones because you can actually see that they use like a metal nail of sorts to hold them in. So these are the older first edition flocked ornaments. So hold it up. They have their original. It's Bowman's. So it's a store called Bowman's, and they were originally 70 cents. So these are going to be quick claims of $15 each because they're in very good condition and they are flocked. You can see that the Santas actually have some real beard. They actually added some real fur to the beard, but the faces are plastic, and they each measure about 4 inches. So about 4 inches. So that's Santa on a sled. They actually gave his sled some skis. And then we have skiing Santa, and they are going to be $15 choice because usually the little paper pieces are always missing on some of these ornaments. So you actually have a full skiing Santa here with his skis and those bottoms, and they were the bottom round parts are paper, and they both have their original price tags, 70 cents from Bowman. So $15 choice. Again, they're that sound we love. So you
got to give the people what they want, Jason. They want the crinkle.
I love that sound. So you get 1 or 2 at $15 choice, and it's going to be letter S. The first person who puts an S for Santa, you can pick whichever ones that you want. So the letter S for Santa, $15 new old stock. I'm sure these are Japan flocked. I'm sure they're not Hong Kong. So Patty, you are the first S. All you have to do is let me know. We'll call this one number 1, and this one will be number 2. So it will be number 1 and number 2. And you look like, and then we have, from what I can see on my other device, Patty, you're the only one interested. So let me know which ones are ones you wanted at $15 each. This one was number 2, and he was number 1.
Sled.
Okay, so we'll bring skiing back during the recap. All right, let's get you going, Bill.
So Amy, Jason, and I this past weekend were talking about doing an entire sale with the 3 of us with new old stock, just so we could hear all the different sounds of plastic
the packaging
and figure out
I feel like we could probably do that one before we could do the flocking sale.
Or the flocking is in the packaging.
Ooh, double win. Yeah.
All right, for my last round, I had to bring some little pixies, or what I think are pixies. I have 2 of these, and they're choice. They'll be choice for $12. These little satin ball ornaments that are little pixies with really sweet faces. I think these are composite faces. They're not plastic. They're not spun cotton. I think they're a composite material, which means they're a bit older. The spun cotton or the satin balls are a bit faded. I think they were supposed to be a bit more red, but they've faded to a really pretty pink. The felt is in really good condition. The white felt doesn't have any of the glue marks. There's a little bit of hair popping out from underneath the hat. But as you can see, their mouths, well, this one, but the other one is 2, are a perfect heart. It's like a perfect red heart. I don't know why I'm not able to focus.
I love these composite style faces.
Yeah, aren't they really fun? And I have 2 to choose from.
Did you have some of these last year, Bill?
I did, and they were green.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I've seen these as flower picks as well. The flower shops used to use them as picks too.
I have 2, and they may have been because while there is chenille around the bottom to let them sit, you can see that there is a hole. There's a hole in all the satin balls in the bottom, but it very well could have been a flower pick. And they're in really great condition. They sit really nicely on a surface. I'm going to start a countdown if anyone else is interested, because this is our last round. Thank you for your bid, Pam. We're looking for 13 or more for choice. on these little satin ball pixie guys. Excuse me, what a bad time to sneeze. All right.
Bless you, Bill.
That's the first time I've ever done that in a live. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And I'm an ugly sneezer, so if that was really loud, everyone, I apologize.
No.
At work, people can hear me down the hall.
My pom-pom lifted a little bit when you did that, but other than that, it wasn't too bad at all.
All right, thank you for the bid end, Karen. Pam, just let me know if you wanted one or two. Then thank you for your bid.
All right, Amy.
All right, so this is going to be a quick claim item. So you can type in the letter that I tell you to type in if you're interested in the item. All right, so first, this is something I rescued from that estate sale last week. And so we've got original box. These are Commodore. These are the little kissing angels on the bench. So they do have their original box. Okay, although I'm not going to be packing the things in the box. After they're bubble wrapped, they will not fit in there. But I will send the box. All right. So I'm going to show you them first, and then I'll show you why I'm doing a quick claim. All right. So we have them on their original beds, kissing it up. All right. So I'm going to set them down. I'm going to show you each one. So the little boy angel. Here we go. Very cute. So there is crazing present. All right. There we go. This is not a chip on the back. This is glazed over. They just didn't paint his hair all the way. Japan sticker on the bottom. Here is the little bench that they sit on. This is the original bench that would have come with them. And then the girl angel is the one with the issue. All right. There's the little girl issue. Super cute. She has a wing repair. Okay. So her wing has been repaired. Somebody loved her enough to give her a wing repair. Otherwise, there's nothing else wrong with her besides the crazing. Not even a chip on the flower. Nothing else. I will say that when they're on the bench, you can't see the wings. So when they're on the bench, you can't see the wings, so you can't see the glue. Okay, but I wanted to rescue them anyway because they still have some life left in them for sure. I'm not going to hold them on the bench. All right, you get the box, the bench, everything. So these are going to be $14. If anybody wants to claim them, everything is there. And if you want to claim these, they will be letter K. Every kiss begins with K after all. So letter K for the kissing angels on the bench. If you want to claim those, $14. All right.
And the bench coming with it is a big deal. Jason and I saw not one, but two sets of shakers like this without the bench this past weekend.
Oh, wow. These are not shakers, though. These are just figurines.
Or figurines, yeah. They weren't.
Yeah, usually the bench is missing. All right, so not sure what to do in this situation because William, you didn't type in a K.
Right.
So Robin has the first K. So these are going to go to Robin. Congratulations.
All right, my last round. We'll move through really quickly. It's $10 choice. These are aluminum. There's like a cardboard base in here, but they're these aluminum reeds. And we got a few of them when we were in Philly. I guess it was in Philly, outside of Philly. We kept a few for ourselves. So we're going to pass two of them on. So there'll be $10 choice. I don't believe that these are homemade. I believe that these are probably made because they each have a little original made in Japan label. So let's see if we can show it to you here. It's a little paper label right there. You can see it sort of says, and you can read that it is made in Japan. So they're going to be $10 each. Thank you, Mike. They have this incredible mesh, and this is like a mesh metal copper bow. So what I would do is, I'm not a big fan of the pine cones. In Christmas decor, I might remove my pine cones, but I left them in case you want them. And then it is a little glittered up plastic bell. So they're about 7 inches in diameter. So there's two to choose from. They're in pretty much the same shape. But I just want to show you because I'm afraid it's going to get washed out. So this is a copper mesh bow. So you can see the bottoms of it. So each one has this fun little bow attached. And then it has each one of these like copper gold bells that are made of plastic. So, and then this is all like aluminum. Just like it's kind of the same kind of tinsel aluminum that they use on the eyelash tree. So if you're familiar with those, or the garland, and then you can see the way they attach to stuff here with some of the metal, some of that wiring in the back. So you'll have 2 to choose from. That was the first one. This one also has its made in Japan label, but this one is more here in the front. I don't want to pull on them too hard because I'm afraid it's going to come off, but let me get it close to the camera. You can sort of start to see where it says Japan. There's the PAN on the back of it, just to show that they're both there. So never remove the pine. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the pine cones in my Christmas stuff. I don't know. I've just always, that's a personal preference. But like I said, I left them there in case you guys really want your golden pine cones on them. So Mike, you are in at 10. Again, it will be on choice. They're very similar. And of course the bells do move on them. This one just needs loosened up a little bit. So 11 or more, let's count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, if you guys love silver and gold, this is more, that's sort of a gold, but it's like a copper tone gold on it. Very neat, very mid-century. They'd be great to hang up top a tree. Trendlin, you got in right there before the bid end with your 12. Thank you so much. So Trendlin, let me know if you wanted 1 or 2. Again, they're very similar. It is Burl Ives. You're right, Gavin. You'll just have to move and relax them a little bit. But let me know if you wanted 1 or 2 Trendlin at your 12. And if you just wanted 1, the other one would be offered to Mike. But if you want both, you could have both at $12 each. We'll just wait a second. I think our lag kept going in and out a little bit tonight. But again, and they're about 7 inches in diameter. Technically new old stock because there's no issues to them and they still have.
Don't throw my body away, Jason.
I wouldn't throw that pine cone away, Amy. I'm just not a fan of like how they had to put pine cones on everything in the 50s and 60s. So Trendlin, let me know if you wanted 1 or 2 of them. You can take 1 or 2. Again, they're both in similar condition.
I'm so pleased that my sneeze has inspired so much conversation in the chat tonight.
I'm not seeing or reading it all. Trendlin, are you still there? Let me know which one or ones you want. You could have 1 or 2 at your bid of $12. And I have a feeling that she got kicked out or something happened or lost a connection. Just let me know, Trendlin, which one or ones you want. If you wanted them both, you'd have them both at $12 each. You still there, Trendlin? Anybody, please, Trendlin? All right, they're both yours, Trendlin. Thank you so much. And the flocked snowman isn't going to come back, so I don't have a recap. Do you guys have a recap? No, so we don't have a recap. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Karen G, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. Thank you all, well over 200 that hung out with us for most of the night. We appreciate you so much. And Trendlin, I do have you for those too. Before we fully say where we're going to be at next, while I still have about 150 of you here, please, 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 if you guys are free this Friday, please head over to Catherine Young's channel. It is this Friday, which is Friday, December 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern over on her channel. She's invited Mother Tuckers, me and Tina, to sit shotgun with her as we, all I see is a tail, as we do the vintage holiday show and tell. And please check my page, check the community tabs. We will be dropping a full list of channels that are going to be participating. I know one of them is here with us right now, the lovely ENAMOR Amie. And we will, and I know Helen's going to be one of them, but we will drop a promo with times and when everybody's going to be on. So, Amy girl, when can they find you back here next on the tubes?
Oh, our last fantastic find of 2023 is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern here on Mother Tuckers. So we're going out with a bang. I know it's not Jason's last sale, but it is my last sale for the year. So, yep, that's what I got.
And Amy, do you want to quickly remind folks the way we're doing shipping and everything?
Yeah, because I both will be packing and invoicing tonight's sale and Wednesday's sale on Thursday. And we would like to ship everything out by Friday afternoon to get a little bit ahead of that Christmas shipping deadline on Saturday for ground shipping. All right. So if everybody can pay quickly, that will help expedite the shipping process. So yes, thank you so much.
All righty, Bill. Where can they find you next, sir?
I will be back on Thursday for the last Kitsch Keepers of the year over on Instagram, 5 o'clock in the afternoon with Steph Crazy for Kitsch. It's our last sale, and we are doing a collaboration, our 4th collaboration this year with John from Everyday Holiday Displays. He's going to be posting a display this week inspired by a theme that the 3 of us chose with vintage items that Stephanie and I have sent to him.
Okay. All right. And guys, again, please, if you're not subscribed to Amy's channel or Bill's channel, please do so. Please follow all of us over on Instagram. We do post a lot of different content over there. Amy covered where I'll be at this week. And then on Friday, like I said, Catherine Young's channel. And then our last sale of the year, our last Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday, me and Bill will be sitting shotgun together. It'll probably be a mix, maybe a little inspired for the holiday, but it'll be a mix. So please come hang out with us next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel for the last Mother Tuckers Monday of 2023. So guys, it's always fun hanging out with you too. So thank you so much. And that's a wrap, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you back here Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.